Everyone knows there's certain rules you must abide by to successfully survive in horror movies. For one, you can't have sex.
That's a big no-no. No.
That's a big no-no. Big no-no.
No.
Number 2, you can't drink or do drugs. No sin factor. It's an extension of number 1. And number 3, never ever under any circumstances do you say, I'll be back, because you won't be back. And the lesser known rule number 4, never split up.
Hello and welcome to Let's Split Up, the podcast where we discuss your favorite horror media, how we would survive, and what we would do differently. I'm Crowmudgeon, and as always, I'm joined by Kingnusmi and Poltergibbst. And today's episode is going to be a scream.
Everybody's a suspect. There is a formula, a very simple formula to all of this, or at least there was until Scream came along, claiming that if you just watch scary movies, you would know all the rules and be able to solve the mystery of who the killer is right away. But what if the killer knows horror films better than you? What if the killer is always one step ahead because they are treating every moment as if they were really in a horror film? The line between fiction and reality become blurred, and the rules are put into question, leaving you with the mystery so good that it revived the slasher genre and left everyone wondering what they would do if Ghostface called them to ask, what's your favorite scary movie?
The movie starts with Drew Barrymore's character, Casey Becker, getting a mysterious phone call while preparing for a horror movie night. All is fine until he chillingly asks for her name so he knows who he's looking at. He makes her play a game of horror trivia to save her boyfriend from being gutted like a fish, as he says, and Casey is embarrassingly bad at horror movie trivia. Everyone knows Miss Voorhees is the killer in the first movie. That's like one of the most well-known things about Friday the 13th. That's everyone but Crow, probably.
Crow, did you know that?
I actually did know that.
Okay. I would have been very disappointed if you didn't, actually.
I actually also knew the twist in this movie.
That's so lame. I was betting on you not noting it. Yeah, dang it.
I know. Too many Watch Mojo videos growing up.
Yeah.
I regret them. Watch Mojo has done
everything.
Has reduced the value of my life by so much.
But I just can't stop. It's so addicting. I gotta see the top 10 SpongeBob episodes, you know?
Yeah,
Her lack of horror movie knowledge eventually gets her and her boyfriend killed, where her parents find her hanging from a tree with her guts outside of her body. And then bring up facts 1 and 2. Hold on, I got some facts for you. Fact number 1 is Drew Barrymore only signed on to the movie she only signed on to the movie if she was going to die first. She didn't want people to watch the movie because she was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So she offered herself up as the first victim.
What was her biggest role before this movie?
I'm actually not sure. She was the biggest person. Hold on.
Wayne's World 2, big hit. The Roots of Roe, Doppelganger, the Amy Fisher story, No Place to Hide, bunch of other movies that I've never heard of in my life.
Yeah, she's just done a bunch of stuff. She's just famous.
Yeah. Give me your second fact.
Give us fact number 2, fact boy.
Whenever her mom and dad realize she's missing before they find her hanging in the tree, her dad, Mr. Becker, tells her mom to go to the Mackenzies, which is a reference to the Halloween movie where Laurie tells the kids to go to the Mackenzies. So she said the same thing.
Nice.
There's a lot of small references like that in this movie, and I wanted to point them all out, but then I realized there's so many. And I was like,
yeah,
I will refrain from talking about every single one of them.
No, there is one specific one with the janitor that I don't want to forget because I didn't understand what was happening.
Oh, it's just Freddy Krueger.
I know. Why?
It's Wes Craven. Wes Craven's the director.
Why is in the movie, though? What's the justification for the janitor to dress like that?
So you could be like, oh, it's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. His name was Fred.
Yeah, Fred the janitor, you know.
But that does lead us to our first question. If you were to make a movie, would you be willing to kill your most famous actress in the first 10 minutes?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it worked with Psycho. It kind of worked with Barbarian, depending on how you view Bill in that movie. Spoilers.
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it set up this whole thing and then it kills off a big character and then reintroduces other people. But also,
Justin,
it worked technically in Alien because they did the same thing with John Hurt. So it's there's all these other movies that they did this. They set up expectations, and then for the same reason that Drew Barrymore wanted to do that, to have the audience think that anything could happen in that film, in the story. It's
nobody
that's
was
really
safe.
neat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, those are always the best. Like, as I said last time, anything that has the guts to actually go through and start killing off main characters, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I don't actually think that Casey had much in the way of guts.
No, they're actually not inside of her anymore.
Yeah.
So you're wrong.
Yeah.
Destroyed with facts and logic.
Better luck next time.
I'm going to
luck next time.
Bandana.
You got me.
All right, what about you, Crow?
Go ahead and right.
Question.
Yeah. Sorry. In the midst of this, I've also been like hearing sounds in the building around me, and it's a little distracting. I'm not used to that.
Peers in through the window.
Yeah, I would agree with Polt's rationale there, because like there's already a precedent set for it, and
saves you money.
It does set things up in an interesting. Yeah.
Saves you money.
Great point. Yeah.
Saves you money. You don't have to pay the actor near as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It'd be funny if she was like, I still want to be paid for the whole movie though.
Yeah, I want to be paid for all 2 hours, almost.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Then we meet our actual main character, Sydney Prescott, and her hooligan boyfriend, as Kingnusmi puts it, Billy Loomis, as he sneaks in through her window and proceeds to pressure her or guilt trip her into a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Into giving him some of those good smooches. Some of those smooches all over his mouth. But then her dad comes busting in through the door, which she is able to block, not lock the door at this moment, but block with like her closet door, which seems like a good way to screw up the closet door. If you were to fling the door open too hard, it would mess the door up. I have
that's
that
Polt's dad
exact
brain
same
coming
thing.
out.
It is. I have the exact same thing that happened outside of my kid's bedroom. There's like a little closet right there, and the door, you can see where it's been hit and fixed and hit. Fixed.
Just stop fixing it. Just let it go.
But the dad is concerned because he's pretty sure that he heard a scream.
The thunderclap. Put the thunderclap. That's at the end of the movie. Every time we say scream.
Yeah.
But after she assures him that it wasn't a scream and that there's nobody here and that everything is completely fine and there is not a man currently in her room, he goes away. And then Billy again proceeds to pressure her into some PG stuff because we're not quite there with the rating just yet. What did you put in here?
He talks about he was watching The Exorcist and they took out all the good stuff, so it was like PG.
And then there's like this interesting thing that keeps popping up with Billy, and it starts here by him referencing The Exorcist and saying that he was watching the TV edited version where they took out all of the good stuff, and then relates that back to their relationship, saying that they started off hot and heavy, a nice solid R rating, on their way up to an NC rating, and now has been edited for TV, and all of that has disappeared along with the good stuff, as he refers to it. So not only is he pressuring her with scary movies, but he's also doing what this movie is really good about at referencing and pointing out things within the scary movie genre as a whole.
Yeah.
Kind of alluding to him being watching a lot and throughout his life.
Well, and that's what's neat, which I guess that is also the point, is like, he knows him really well. It seems like she knows exactly what he means. All the characters that we meet later, they're the exact same way. Everybody in this movie knows they're scary movies, which makes the idea of them being in a scary movie even more interesting, because it's not like, say, The Walking Dead, where they go, what is that? Somebody? No, are they dead? Why are they trying to bite me? It's like, you've never heard of a zombie.
Yeah.
You've never heard of a zombie. So now you're calling them walkers? What is this?
And, Billy being, really creepy and sexual is actually the first of several Stephen King references in the movie.
Oh, yeah. The many Stephen King references.
After Polt made me summarize the
Long Walk.
Yeah. That's not even the worst scene from that. Like, from the Long Walk book. I'm not going to go into it now.
Yeah, there was some other stuff. That's why I just wanted you to do that one to introduce the idea and then leave the rest. Because anybody that's read the book, they know where it heads. And it's like, oh, that's right. I'm glad that they upped the age for the movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's clear that something has happened to Sydney or to her family or somewhere along the way to cause this change in their relationship, which has made Billy upset. But it's clear that he has waited for a while now and is also starting to get a little impatient with her, which is why she then kicks him out of the house after they have just a little bit of time together. And then we pick up the next day where the police are everywhere questioning all of the students about the murder of Casey and her boyfriend Steve. This scene is mainly here to introduce us to the whole friend group, as well as the other characters that we will follow throughout the rest of this story.
Starting with Gail Weathers, an investigative reporter who's also tied to Sydney because she wrote a book about her mother's violent murder.
Now I get to introduce my favorite character in the movie,
Nice.
Deputy Dewey Riley, who is kind of like a comedy relief, a comic relief character for a lot of the movie, but also like half the characters in this movie are like comic relief characters at some point.
Yeah.
But he kind of acts like Sydney's personal bodyguard throughout a lot of the movie because the next character that we're going to talk about, Tatum Riley, is Sydney's best friend and also Deputy Dewey's younger sister.
And you get Stu.
You skipped my favorite character.
You like Tatum?
No, my favorite character is Kenny.
Kenny? Oh, the cameraman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything but die in the movie.
I know. He falls asleep in the van and then he jumps out. We'll get to it because that's one of the answers to a question.
Okay.
Okay. You can bring it up. Just
can.
throw it in there.
I just didn't think it was so important to bring up.
Kenny, dude. Kenny Brown. He's the cameraman to Gail. Can't skip over Kenny, even though even Gail refers to him, I'm pretty sure,
cameraman.
as Jesus at one point or something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's like, that's not my name. Kenny is important, but not as important as Stu Mocker?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Stomacher.
Dumock.
It's pronounced stomacher.
Yeah.
Not as important as Stomacher. But not as important as Stu Mocker, who is Tatum's boyfriend and Casey's ex-boyfriend and Billy's best friend and one of the other comic reliefs in this movie, who is also played by Shaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Matthew Lillard.
It's Matthew Lillard. It's Shaggy. We know
Shaggy.
exactly who he is. Who specifically wasn't trying to audition for this film. He went with like a friend to a different audition and then got picked out because there was the auditions for Scream going on nearby, and they were like, hey, you seem like a cool dude, come here.
Yeah.
And then he landed the role in the movie and has been acting ever since.
Yeah.
Plucked because of vibes. They're like, you got good vibes. We need
You
you.
seem like a cool dude. You got to be
Yeah.
in this movie.
And finally, the last main character we have is one of my favorite characters, Randy Meeks. He is a horror geek, knows literally everything about every horror movie, it seems. And he tells us the rules of horror movies and how to survive them. And he's like somewhat a friend to the rest of the group. I feel like he's just like that guy that is around.
He's a part of the group.
He's present.
Yeah.
He's also like the fifth wheel too.
Yeah.
Like he also has a huge crush on Sydney, which gets brought up quite a few times.
Yeah.
After everybody gets questioned by the cops, they all gather around this fountain outside the school, and they talk pretty unsympathetically about Casey's murder. Like they don't really care that she's dead at all. They're kind of playing it off as like a joke. And some of them start asking really weird questions that make the others think that maybe their friends are the reason that she's dead.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's the whole thing about Stu being her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he's like the least caring about it.
Yeah.
Really
he's like-
weirdly.
Yeah.
Even Randy's like, did the cops know that you were her ex?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Randy's the one that's like poking the most to see if one of his friends did it.
So,
In fairness, he's also the fifth wheel. So he's probably in the background just like, I hate all of you so much.
I'm all alone over here.
I want to get in Sydney's pants.
And even with Randy taking this whole scene kind of serious, like they're still all joking about the death of Casey, this is the moment that Skeet Ulrich playing Billy realized that this movie is not what he thought it was when he signed up. He was under the impression this whole time that the movie was going to be a lot more comedic. Or no,
a lot less comedic.
A lot less comedic. He was under the impression the whole time that the movie was going to be a lot more of a serious horror movie.
Scary
but
movie,
then, like, he realizes that Stu and Randy and everybody else there is just sort of joking off and, like, running around and, you know, not taking any of the moments serious. And you can see it through his character and how he is playing it serious, which works well for, like, the dynamic within the friend group. But it's specifically because Skeet didn't understand what this movie was during this time, and it's not until like later that he begins to play a little bit more into the satirical nature of this film. The exact same thing happens in The Happening with Mark Wahlberg, which is what makes that movie so good, because Mark was under the impression the whole thing was meant to be so serious, and he plays it that way, and then you watch the movie and you're like, nope.
Why are you so serious?
What are you doing, Mark? And it makes that movie fantastic. And it also works here great.
Yeah, I love when actors completely miss the tone of their own movie.
Dude, you know what? We should actually... People could let us know if they'd be interested in this. We should also totally talk about some bad movies.
I'm down.
You know, like...
I plan on putting some bad horror movies in here sometimes.
Dude, I've got Troll 2 on my list.
Oh,
The Happening would be a pretty funny one to talk about.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
We can have a bad movie like month. I have to go pee again. I'd be drinking.
Scream!
Scream!
I have a question for you boys. If someone was so violently murdered at your school like Casey was, how would you react? Almost combined my questions there.
I would scream.
No!
Well, first of all, I was homeschooled, so I think I'd be pretty devastated.
If your dad was murdered,
changes everything.
If my brother was disemboweled and strung up in a tree, yes,
oh my God.
I'd be, dare I say,
distraught,
a little upset. But in the spirit of the question, if I was going to a public school, I think...
Yeah. Imagine you had a normal childhood.
Yeah. I think I'd be like, dang, that's crazy. I'd be like, that's surreal. But unless it's somebody I know, then I think it'd seem so unreal. I mean, it'd just be like hearing someone on the news getting murdered. I guess the fact that it is so violent, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm not leaving my house for a while.
Yeah. I actually had not a student murdered, but a student's like mom was like murdered like that, like a mile away from the school. And it doesn't, I didn't like know her. So I like deep down, I was like, oh, that's not fine. But like seeing how it like devastated him, I was like, ugh, like seeing all the grieving people, I'd probably feel bad.
That is probably worse.
Wild.
But these guys, they don't seem to care at all.
Which I mean, I guess she was like kind of popular. So like you would be seeing like a lot of your classmates be devastated.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty rough, actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I feel like, if I remember correctly, we had somebody die every year since like 7th grade, all the way through school. It was insane. Like, all different ways, bar wrecks, everything in between. Somebody died like every year, all the way through 7th grade, or from 7th grade through the rest of school.
Have you watched or read Another?
Wait,
what?
It's the anime? Yeah.
I've watched a few episodes.
That's like almost the plot of Another.
Yeah, a little bit. You like went to like the Promised Neverland kind of shit, dude.
Yeah.
You just knew somebody was gonna die.
Yeah, they placed bets at the beginning of the year on who it would be. Yeah, that is crazy though. That's
like an insane life fact about you.
Yeah.
My mom, when she was in high school, she did cheerleading. And then there was a cheer event that she went to, which had her out of school for 1 week. And during that week, there was like a I think it was like a triple suicide that happened in one of the schoolrooms. Like somebody brought a gun, shot themselves, and then two of their other friends shot themselves. It was like a whole thing. And then that was always referred to as the haunted room in school. And I'm pretty sure I had 2 classes in that room, which would have been like 20 years after the fact.
Bro.
Holy shit.
Crazy stuff, dude. Yeah. So for me, with how I would react, I would probably have like a joking level of concern. Like it would be
desensitized.
Wow. It would be a little bit, like I would, not necessarily point and be like, that guy probably did it, but it would be, no, look out, you might get stabbed. All of it coming from the point, like, seriously, no, like, keep in mind, you could die. Like, the killer or whoever it is still out there. Like, if I joke about it enough, it might sink into, like, my friend's brain, like, oh, this could happen to me.
And I have a little follow-up question. Would you be concerned that one of your friends was the murderer?
There's no way, right? Like, to have the idea that one of your friends could be the killer not only says a lot about them, but also says a lot about you and who you surround yourself with. Like, honestly, there's no way out of, like, if I was here that I could possibly assume one of my friends was the killer. Like, even with them joking about it, like, I would just be like, that's the way that they cope. They're trying to deal with it like everybody else. Never would cross my mind that one of them could actually do that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I would be at, too. I'd be like, no, in fairness, if I was friends with people who were just acting like total freaks.
You stab, and then you rip, and then you pull guts out,
I'd be like, okay, maybe maybe it's you. If there was a murder in like one of your guys' cities, I wouldn't be like, ooh, I wonder if it was Kingnusmi.
That's true. I wouldn't be concerned if it was one of my friends, but I would be concerned if it was like one of my acquaintances, because there are some people you just kind of
true.
I don't want to be mean, but there's some people in high school you're just kind of nice to, because you're like, I think I've had I want to get the "don't come to school tomorrow" text kind of thing. I've definitely met people like that. There was a Google Fiber employee who came to my door one time, and it was straight psychopath,
super creepy. Because he was like,
gonna see this video and be like, I gotta go back.
This is a fairly I was like standing in my house, like, talking to him through the door, and he was like, asking, which, first of all, he came up to my door on a one wheel.
Oh my God. I had somebody like this one time.
And he came up and he was like,
what up?
Ask me, who I'm currently with, who I'm currently buying my internet from.
My wife? What are you talking about?
Who are you with? No, he was like asking who my current, ISP was. And I was like, oh, it's like Comcast or whatever. And he's like, asked how much I was paying. And, that stuff's normal. But then he's like, you could go ahead and switch for like this much. And I was like, no, I'm good. And he was like, why? I was like, I think my answer was, because I don't want to.
It's like, good point.
Yeah, and he was like, he's like, it's just step outside and I'll help you do it. I'll help you switch. He's like, you have your phone? He was like, shing. Yeah, for real. Yeah. He was like, step outside, and I was like, no. This was probably the most assertive I've ever been, but it was just like, dude, sometimes you interact with people and you're like, this guy does not understand like social conventions. I like didn't have shoes on either. I was like in my socks, and I was like, I want to step outside.
Yeah.
In my house. Go away.
He was persistent.
Oh God, my one wheel guy was a lot nicer than yours.
Yeah.
It is very weird that's like a trend now. I didn't know that happened in other cities. Like people just ride one wheels through neighborhoods and like go knock door to door. and like try to sell shit to you.
Yeah.
It's happened to me like 3 times.
No, I will say, if he'd just walked up, I would have been more weirded out, because I'm like,
Some
the
guy
fact
walking
that it's the
around like
one
that.
wheel, I'm like, okay, that's pretty sick though.
Yeah. At least he could ride that.
Yeah, at least you can ride the one wheel.
I had one guy come up to the door after, like the year before, I had to stop because I was on my way out to go to the mayor's office because I had to get like a business license thing.
Okay, gotcha.
And when I
We were
walked
having
into,
tea.
I did I wired the mayor's office for him. But when I went in there for the old mayor,
Sounds like you bugged it.
set everything up. What's he doing today? But I go in there and I told him, I was like, I was on my way, and then some guy stopped by asking me about whatever, and he was like, did he have a license? It was like, in our like county, you can't go door to door without a peddler's license. It was like, you can't go solicit your services. Like, if you have somebody come to your door, tell them that they have to have a peddler's license to go door to door to do this. And I was like, I'll definitely do that. I told the next guy, and he was like 18, was trying to sell like solar panels or something. And then he was like, I gotta go. And then he left. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna start using that one all the time now.
I love that they call it a peddler's license.
Just to preference, I'm gonna turn this off. Maybe that, I don't know. We'll see if the flashing continues. I think it's something to do with Discord and my camera and me using the virtual camera.
Don't ask me, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna see if that, hopefully that helps. It's bugging the shit out of me.
I was going to point out too, like the way in the movie, with as much as they're like laughing about the situation, like Billy sort of reeling Stu back in, like that moment sort of makes it to where it's like, oh, you know, like even they understand they're getting a little too far out there. If it would have continued, it would have been like, oh, maybe it could be them. But even like Billy being like, dude, you're getting way out there. Like, bring it back. Subtlety. And it's like, oh, okay.
That's also why I think Randy was like, Billy, he's the killer. Because he was trying to keep it like, let's not talk about it. Let's not get too deep into it. So maybe
Stu's going way out there though. Like, Randy, dude, what are you? Come on.
He was. Yeah.
Because of all the murdering going on, Sydney plans on staying at Tatum's house, which, if you remember, that's her best friend. She plans on staying at her house for the weekend because her dad is going away on a business trip, which is an insane thing to do at this point.
Yeah. Well, he did. You can't like predict a murderer just hanging around your city.
Yeah.
Dad, there was a murder though.
Yeah. In fairness, I do think
I had this plan for 2 years.
Yeah, here's a good question. Here's a good question. If you're gone on a business trip and someone at your kid's school gets murdered and gutted, do you continue the business trip, or do you have like Christmas movie dad like mindset of like, I gotta make this deal. It's the biggest deal of my career.
I gotta go
sell these gutters.
Yeah. Gotta sell these shower curtain rings.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you go back.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. She has Tatum.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's no way it happens to my wife and my daughter.
Yeah, right.
What are the odds?
I think that's the craziest part, is that he leaves the weekend of the 1 year anniversary of his wife's death. It's like,
that is true.
Out of all the times to leave, that's the one you pick?
Does she say that it's like a business trip?
I'm not sure exactly what she says. I know that he mentions having to leave. He has to go to the airport.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to fly. He says, and so that's the thing. I didn't understand what he was doing, because he says to her that he is staying at the Hilton at the airport.
Bert's just going to the Bahamas.
Yeah, this happens a little bit later. They say that he's not at the Hilton.
Yeah, it's like he's not even registered there. And it's like, what is he doing? Is this a red herring? Like, is he the guy? Like,
yeah. So it's like a business trip. We don't really know what he's doing, but he's not there mysteriously when somebody's murdering everybody.
He's actually going to sell weapons in the Middle East.
Yeah. He's actually meeting up with Tony Stark.
Yeah. This is actually a tie-in with the MCU.
Marvel.
The Marvel universe before it started.
Sydney is scared to stay alone at her house because she has PTSD from when her mom was murdered a year ago. in a pretty equally gruesome fashion.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she was like gutted and strung up. I guess maybe not equally gruesome.
I think she was. I don't know if she was strung up, but she was definitely, I think they mentioned she was gutted. Some point in the movie.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't good.
Yeah. So before she goes to Tatum's house, however, she takes a nap on her couch and wakes up at night when she gets a phone call from Tatum, who's running late to pick her up, but says that she'll be there soon. Right after she hangs up, she gets another call. And this time, we hear a very familiar voice because it's the same voice that was on the phone when Casey was murdered the night before.
Tatum, just get in the car.
Hello, Sydney.
Did I tell y'all?
Did you tell us?
The voice? What other stuff the guy voiced?
Oh, go for it.
The voice of Ghostface, which they are using real phones, so this is actually the same thing that Sydney is hearing in the movie, is what we hear, is voiced by Roger L. Jackson, who also voiced Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls.
What? I didn't know that. That's
He was
crazy.
also Mr. Mucus from the Mucinex commercials.
Crazy range.
He voice doubled for Liam Neeson, John Goodman, Christopher Lee, Max von Sydow, James Woods, and Alan Rickman, as well as other people. He was in countless kids' cartoons and over 165 video games so far.
God
Whoa,
dang.
that's crazy.
He has been in everything.
And yet they couldn't get him for Dead by Daylight
Nope.
to play Ghostface.
Did they get... Oh, no. They got Matthew Lillard for the fucking FNAF guy.
Yeah.
Whoever he is.
Shaggy?
Yeah.
Also,
Shaggy.
maybe they did get him for Ghostface. I just never play Ghostface, so I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't play Dead by Daylight.
I played it.
See, I like go outside. I like seeing the sun every
I
once in a
played
while.
it like nonstop for like a month, preparing for a like streamer tournament that I participated in year before last, so 2024.
Yeah.
Was it that
I was our
long
team's
ago?
Yeah, I was our team's dedicated killer, and I think I practiced more than anybody else in the tournament. It was like almost entirely people who'd never played before.
Yeah.
And I was pretty happy with my performance. I lost 2 generators across the like 3 or 4 matches that I played.
Dang.
So
Bro's like an actual psychopath.
yeah.
The voice on the phone asks Sydney if she likes scary movies.
Do you like scary movies, Sydney?
But Sydney says that she doesn't. She claims that they're all the same now. To quote her, or you can put the scene in here if you want to, but...
Do a voice.
She says, some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she could be going out the front door. It's insulting to women.
Which is very true, actually.
She points out that there is definitely a formula to horror movies, and nobody has deviated from that formula in many, many years, decades, really. And at this point, she's starting to lose... And at this point, horror movies are starting to lose... Wait, what?
They should go watch something like Psycho. They want something really scary.
I was going to bring it up. There is an exact quote that somebody has in an old review where they bring this scene up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, before we started recording for this, Polt was reading us reviews of Scream from like 1998.
Yeah.
And it's people with like maybe 4 brain cells total.
that they share.
Who've seen Psycho once.
Here is one from November 17th, 1998. And specifically, this person said, well, here's a brainstorm. The old films it's spoofing knew they were bad too. Duh. There's a line in the movie, something like, I didn't write it down. Those old horror movies just have some bad actress with big breast running up the stairs when she should be running down and out the door. This shortly followed by a bad actress, Neve Campbell, with big breast running up the stairs when she should be running out the door. I mean, yes, haha.
Did you watch the movie with your eyes closed?
It's pretty straightforward, sarcastic stuff. Was this film written by a 15-year-old? That's what this film is full of. Quick, forgettable laughs.
What is this, my comment section? What
Comment written by a 16-year-old.
The film had a few good sadistic splatter laughs too. The opening scene, the garage door, but they were too few and far between. In between, we put up with the banal goings on of a bunch of loathsome teens
I'm smart.
played by 20-something actors. I felt like I was watching Beverly Hills 90210.
I hate
Let's date it a little bit.
I hate it.
My favorite show.
This is the same guy that said that instead of Drew Barrymore and Neve Campbell, they needed Meryl Streep or Michelle Pfeiffer to make it good. And then goes on to say that real slasher films, or this is a slasher film, if you want real horror, you need something like Silence of the Lambs, Seven, or the classics like Psycho.
Silence of the Lambs is a good pull. That's the only one I've heard so far.
Is Seven even considered a horror movie?
I don't. It's a thriller.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah. I'm like, it has horror elements.
It's adjacent, but it's not.
Really. It's got a head in a box. That's about it.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I reference it on my channel, but
I guess there's also the part where the dude's like melting into the bed or whatever. Though that part's pretty great.
Oh, yeah. That I did forget about that. I haven't
there's
seen the
quite
movie
a
since
few
I was
like good
like
moments,
a teen.
but
Yeah.
But this is indicative of what was actually happening in real life. Horror movies were like on the decline. Everybody was not seeing them anymore. They all thought they were all the same, you know. And it was kind of true. And that's why this movie's so great, because it actually revived it by pointing out the flaws.
Yep.
While also keeping the flaws in to make it interesting and fun.
Yeah, it did particularly appeal to 15-year-olds, which apparently is a thing that's continued to be a thing for like forever. Because I feel like every like high school girl in current year seems to go through a Ghostface phase.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
it's now like a trend for there to be like a hot Ghostface like thing every Halloween.
Yeah,
and then you'll see like there's some dudes who just do it because girls think Ghostface is hot. But then there's like girls who wear like skimpy dresses. You see like their whole boobs pretty much, and they're just wearing a Ghostface mask. That's like their whole costume. And I gotta say, those ones are my favorite. You know what I'm saying? No, I will admit that the first time I watched this movie, I only watched it because I thought Neve Campbell was hot. I was like, yeah, that's the one. So
the whole time I was watching it, I was like, that's Sydney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, she looks so much like the music teacher that I had at college. Like a younger version. I was just like, this is uncanny.
Yeah.
Was it her? Did she go and teach after this?
Yeah, that was it. That's it. Yeah.
I slide her number this way, and then I'll get back with you.
The whole time, Sydney thinks the person on the phone is her friend Randy because he knows all of the scary movies and is trying to like talk with her about that because, as we established, he does in fact have a crush on her.
Yeah.
But to get a random phone call with somebody doing a creepy voice and then asking you what your favorite scary movie is, like, that is something a friend would do. That's something I would do.
Yeah.
Especially a horror geek like Randy.
But then she completely changes her tune when the person brings up her dead mother, saying, what, like, if you hang up, I'm gonna gut you like your mother or something?
Oh, that's where that comes in.
I think he's like, you want to end up like your mother.
Yeah. Do you want to die like your mother?
Yeah.
Like the full voice change and everything, which again is so neat because this is exactly what she would have heard on the phone for like, I don't know what scene how many times they had to record this, but hearing it for the first time, like the change up in the voice and everything, it's put it right here.
If you hang up on me, you'll die just like your mother.
Oh wow! Like it was incredible.
Like your mother.
Yeah,
it's a really like harsh. Like it's like crazy.
Yep.
There's a lot of anger in it.
And then he, instead of asking about scary movies, I'm pretty sure he asked her like, "What door?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What door do you think I'm standing at?
Yeah. What door do you think I'm at?
Oh no, that's
Or was that with Casey?
That's with Casey. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was with Casey. Yeah, you're right.
So how does he get in? Does he come running through?
He's not. He's not. He says that he's on the front porch.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
He's like,
right.
come out, and then she calls his bluff. She goes outside.
Yeah.
Which is 100% something I feel like I would do. But instead of like
honestly,
slowly walking out the door,
hard.
I would like fling the door open and run out and be like, I'm fixing to hit you. Stop calling me with your dumb stuff.
And
Yeah.
what's funny is on the phone, after she goes outside, calls his bluff, he kind of starts whispering a little bit, like he is nearby, but he's not on her porch, so he was lying.
Mhm.
Do you think he slipped in through the door when she like walked down the porch? Because she goes outside, walks down the porch, and then kind of looks around to see if there's anybody there, giving the perfect opportunity for him to.
Because Billy does show up at we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Billy does show up. I think that.
Shh.
Oh wait, Billy does show up in her window, so maybe Ghostface used her window to slip inside. He was already inside the house.
Is open. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So then Sydney does exactly what she said the girls in the movies do, where she goes back inside, she locks the door, and then makes her way upstairs. And then almost immediately, her boyfriend Billy comes bursting in through the window, which is open, scaring her to death, but also making you wonder, like, what about the back door? Was the door or was the window already open? Did Ghostface come in through the window? Did he run in through the door when the door was open and she was looking for him outside? Like,
I
is
think
he
you got
in
a
the
little ahead
house?
of yourself.
Yeah, you did.
We skipped the whole chase scene.
Is there?
Because there's the whole
I
thing
am completely
where
forgetting that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he comes in.
she goes back to the door and he's actually there.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like inside of her
And that's
house.
why she can't. That's why she can't go out the front door. She has to go upstairs. Otherwise, she's just running directly to him.
She goes outside, calls his bluff, comes back inside, locks the door because there's a creepy dude on the phone.
Yeah.
And then she gets attacked by Ghostface, and she tries to go out the front door she said.
Yeah.
But the door's locked now because she locked it. So instead of having to go out the front door, she goes up the stairs because, like, pretty much doing what she said was stupid. Moments earlier.
Yep. But it being chased the entire time because he's like right there.
Oh yeah,
Right behind her the whole time. It's like, where else are you gonna go?
He actually tackles her to the ground, and she gets away.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
really
well, when
intense.
she's standing in the doorway, she like has to duck, and he stabs the door, and then flips over top of her, and then they scuffle and fight back and forth, which is really neat to see this because instead of doing what like Friday the 13th or like Nightmare on Elm Street or like Halloween, and having the killer be just like this force that you can't like hit or hurt in any way, like to have the killer attack, and then you can still like throw them to the ground and like kick them and run away.
Yeah. That's what I love Ghostface.
It's like, wow, this is much more realistic.
This is a dude. Yeah, it's a dude that you can hurt. He's like hurtable.
Which is why she has to run upstairs to try to get away, and then uses the door trick again with her door and the closet door to where it's not only locked, but then when he kicks it open, it's stuck on the closet door.
Yeah.
And then she notices does Billy come bursting through?
She calls 911
then she hops on her computer and starts texting 911.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yep.
I'm like, people could do that?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's like, is that still a thing?
That is a little bit like, can you not text 911 anymore? Like, that seems like it would be a good option.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases. They're like, no, we want to hear, we want
to hear you like screaming and crying.
Yeah.
Which I guess for the way the internet ran, it ran off of the same line as the phone. So like all of that would be the same. Yeah, so the landline is also running with the internet. Like all of that would be the same and new-ish too. Which is probably why she could use the computer to try to get in contact with 911. But then when she looks back, the mysterious killer is no longer there. And then Billy comes bursting in through her open window, which scares her even more, and then makes it worse when a cell phone falls out of his pocket. And then Billy gets all weird about it. And he's like, me?
It's just a cell phone.
It's just a phone. Everybody's got one. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, a little thing that I just looked up because I was like curious. I was like, you know what? This is probably good for people to know. Apparently, in a lot of the US, you can text 911. One thing this mentions is that that's helpful for deaf or speech impaired people, which I've never thought about before, and that's terrifying. The idea of like you can't speak and you call 911 and be like, oh, well, that sucks. That just sucks.
Hello.
Yeah. Also, that was a cool detail in the intro section with Casey, was that one of the first things that Ghostface does is slash her throat, and then he's dragging her, and she can see her parents next to her, and she tries calling out to them.
Scream for them, and she can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
The opening scene of this movie is like one of the best opening scenes I feel in horror movie history. And like it sets up the movie completely in such a short amount of time.
And the bad reviews kept pointing out, like, I wish the movie was like the opening scene. The rest of this movie sucks.
Yeah.
The opening scene was so scary and it was so good. I can't believe they put that. And then I get tricked into watching this awful movie.
I didn't even think about this, but the reason why when the parents come home, the mom tries to pick up the phone to call for help, but because the call's still running, she just hears her daughter being murdered. It's that she picks up to call for help, and then
This is stuff I don't notice because I'm fucking Gen Z. I don't know this shit. I didn't pick up on that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yep.
because
Like with the landlines, if you had a phone and somebody was talking on it, you could pick up one of the other ones and listen in on their conversation. It was like back in the day, they had party lines.
Yeah, that's
where
what's
it was
crazy.
everybody on like a street would share the phone, so you would walk over and you could like listen in on the conversations everybody else was having down the street.
Well, I knew about that. I just didn't think about like they're still on the line, so that's why they can't call somebody else. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
interesting.
That's why you got to hang up, you get that dial tone.
Yeah, and that was why there were a lot fewer drug dealers back then.
Yeah,
because
people always listening in.
Yeah,
yeah. And another fun fact about this movie, it actually helped people set up caller IDs because of they were afraid of getting mysterious calls.
Too.
And like,
yeah.
And like it tripled the like caller ID like usage, which is crazy.
Especially if you have some crazy boyfriend coming in through your window with a secret cell phone and then playing it off like, oh, I don't know, me? No. So Sydney freaks out. She runs back downstairs, and then we get like a classic fake out jump scare when she opens the door and like Officer Dewey is holding the mask and she screams. Does she punch him at this point, or does she just scream?
No, she screams and it scares him, so he screams.
He turns and pulls it down, and he's just like, he's like, I found this. He's like, pointing the gun at
Somebody left this here. I don't know.
He screams like her, though. That's the funniest part. He goes, ah! It scares him so bad.
Which again is crazy too, to think that she just got in contact with 911 through her computer and they're already there.
Yeah.
Was Dewey close by?
Yeah, she was supposed to go spend the night at Tatum's house, and she was late, so she probably was like, hey, Dewey, I'm running late. Go pick up Sid for me. So it was just maybe a really good coincidence that he was already on his way.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense with like different stuff with him being the brother of her best friend.
Yeah. So that's good setups.
So Deputy Dewey gets Billy back to the station, and there the police question Billy about the killings the night before and why he was at Sydney's house, and they tell him that they're going to hold him until they can get his phone records to prove whether or not he was the one calling Sydney before she was attacked. It's also revealed that the costume that the killer is wearing is a just random Halloween costume from just basically like run in Spirit Halloween and just grab something.
Kind of like the Ghostface costume is now, like super commonplace.
Right. And it's to me that's kind of interesting. I feel like that's a Halloween reference, right? Because that's the thing with Halloween is that isn't it that
he's just gonna
Michael Myers mask is just a random scary mask.
Well, it's what's his face? It's Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Isn't there the thing in like Baby Driver or whatever where they were like, we're all gonna have Michael Myers masks. They get Mike Myers masks instead.
I said Michael Myers. I got Mike Myers.
Austin Powers.
Dude, I gotta show you guys Krispy Kreme's Halloween. It's a rapper. And now his name's Froggy Fresh because he got in legal trouble with Krispy Kreme. But he's a very southern rapper.
Oh, Froggy Fresh!
Yeah, Froggy Fresh, man.
Dude with all the gay
Froggy
raps.
Fresh Halloween. Dude, so good.
I have to look this up.
I gotta show you this. Before continuing, Bolt. This is so important. All right.
It's actually very important to the segment. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
It was James.
It was James. No. Who are all those people that had come out for that?
Froggy Fresh and Moneymaker Mac, of course.
It was James.
So, to avoid all of the annoying press, the police escort Sydney out the back of the station. But Gail Weathers, the reporter from before, who's writing the book about Sydney's mom. Did I say Casey?
No.
Anyway, Sydney.
Yeah.
She's waiting to ask Sydney questions, and instead, Sydney comes over to ask about the book that Gail is writing and about her mom. Gail tells her that the book is coming out soon and that she's going to send her a copy of where she's basically like,
trying to absolve the dude. Yeah.
And also describing her mother's death in gratuitous detail.
Yeah.
And I think that Sydney does what any red-blooded American would do and gives her the right hook. She just
knocks her shit.
Yeah. Elegantly stated, King. Thank you. Just like punches her right in the face and refuses to elaborate and goes to her friend's house.
Yeah. And then I have a question, super important question to the whole movie. Would you punch Gail Weathers in this situation? Everybody on 3? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
What? No, probably not. Honestly,
What?
My honest answer is probably not.
I guess I'm the only red-blooded American in this call, brother.
Yeah, I feel called out for this one now. I put no because like her whole thing is that she's gonna write this book to make money off of you and your life and mom and situation. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give her anything extra. I don't want to play into her because that's going to end up in the book. And then people will be like, oh, I can't believe she did that. And I'd be like, I would want to punch her, but I'm not going to give her anything. I'm not going to talk to her from here on. If it was me as Sydney throughout the entire movie, anytime Gail is around, I'm not speaking. I'm not going to say anything for her that she could potentially use in her book against me.
That's probably pretty smart. Sadly, I'm punching her right in the fucking mouth, dude.
You're gonna do the exact same thing, not say anything, but you're gonna punch her.
Well, I'm gonna, like the Spider-Man panel where he punches the lizard. Have you guys seen that? When Doc Ock gets control of Peter's part. Well, Doc Ock gets
right
control of Peter's body, okay, and then he finds out how strong Peter really is because he punches the lizard's jaw off of his face. That would be Gail Weathers.
That's like the other thing where he goes into the jail and grabs Kingpin by the skin of his chest.
Oh yeah, and he's like beating the shit. Yeah, that's pretty much me. After Sydney punches Gail in the face, which is very satisfying, they head back to Sydney's house. Nope. They head back to Tatum's house, where Sydney gets another call from the killer, proving that it wasn't Billy because Billy couldn't call her if he was in jail. And this also has like a little funny scene where when Dewey comes back out wearing like nothing but underwear, and he has like his pistol, like he's ready to shoot somebody. He like, picks up the phone, he's like, hello, and he's gone. Like Ghostface isn't there anymore. But okay. And then the next day they go to school.
Okay?
Sorry. I'm just chuckling to myself, thinking of Dewey just being like, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
Got hit the phone.
Bang, bang, bang.
Identify yourself.
They call me Dewey so they don't take me seriously, and then he does bullshit like that. It's like, well, yeah. Okay, but the next day they go to school, and Gail Weathers is waiting there again to get the hottest scoop on the murders at Woodsboro. And Sydney bravely walks up to her and talks to her again, and talks about her mother's murder and how she accused the wrong guy in court, or so Gail Weathers believes.
Mm-hmm. Ray Donovan.
Huh?
She believes that it's Ray Donovan.
She believes it's Ray Donovan, really?
Yeah.
Who?
Ray Donovan.
Did I miss
Ray
something?
Donovan? I put it up. You see it? Ray Donovan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see it? Ray Donovan.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, the actor.
Sabretooth.
Okay.
Yes, Lee Schreiber.
Okay. I see. Okay, well, she believes it's, hold on. Oh my god, you got me all messed up. Okay. She believes Sydney accused the wrong guy, who is named Cotton Weary, not Ray Donovan.
Leap Charlotte.
And now, because of her accusing the wrong guy, an innocent man is going to be put to death. And before last night, Sydney was 100% convinced that it was Cotton Weary. And that Gail's story was just a bunch of theories and lies to try and slander her and her mom's death. But the call she got the night before from the Ghostface killer said that she fingered the wrong guy again, in reference to her blaming Billy for trying to kill her the day before.
What?
That's exactly what he says. He says those exact words. You fingered the wrong guy again.
Oh, dang it. Not again.
You fingered the wrong guy again. But because of that, she's rethinking her whole... What?
Are you okay?
I'll get the right one eventually, even if I have to finger them all.
What the fuck, dude? I'll finger whoever it takes to get this right.
I'll finger Billy, I'll finger Randy, I'll finger Dewey.
I'll finger Stu, I'll finger my own dad if I have to. My girlfriend can 100% hear me yelling all these things.
You're gonna be the death of me.
Alright, enough fingering for today. Because Ghostface said this, it has Sydney rethinking her whole case and maybe that she's wrong about Cotton Weary. But after talking to Gail for a minute, she ultimately chooses to stick with her original story that Cotton is the one who killed her mom, and she knows that for a fact. Even though there's a little subtlety now. Not subtlety. There's a little suspicion. There's a little bit of suspicion now. And Gail Weathers likes that she's now questioning who killed her mom.
Because she's going to make all the money from this and no longer have to rely on friends to make her all her money.
Yeah. Now that Gail has an inkling that Sydney is suspicious, or hold on. Now that Gail has an inkling that Sydney is questioning who killed her mom, she is even more into this Woodsboro killing thing. And she knows that her theories are right, so that means her book sales are going to skyrocket. She's going to get uber rich off of this girl and being wrong about killing her mom.
All the money.
But they don't have any evidence that her story is true yet, so they have to gather some evidence before they can start fingering other people.
You okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
At this point, people have found out what
The killer's
Ghostface
wearing.
looked like.
Yeah.
And so a lot of other kids are going out and buying that exact costume and just running around with it.
Yep. So after talking with Gail outside and now doubting her entire idea of what happened to her mom, she makes it inside where she is also doubting everything that just happened with Billy, who they have a moment where she apologizes for accusing him of being the killer, but then Billy is just like, hey, that's cool, but what about us and our relationship and, going all the way? Like, we should definitely do that. And she's all like, well, all of that stuff happened with my mom, and that has had me not wanting to do that because of what happened to her. And he's like, screw that, dude. Get over it. My mom left. You should just get over it. And it's like
the most...
Whoa.
It's like the most
dude.
tone-deaf thing. My mom and dad got divorced and she left, and I'm okay.
I'm fine. You should be fine. It's been a whole year. And it's like, what, the day of her mom's death anniversary. And it's like, dude, chill.
Read the room.
What are you doing here? So after Billy completely misses the mark and they have a bit of a argument, Sydney leaves to go to the bathroom where she hears two other girls talking about her in the stall, which instead of confronting them, she steps into the stall and then just has to listen to one of the girls full on accusing her of being the psycho killer who not only killed Casey, but also killed her mom. And it's just like, it's probably her. You know, what happens when something like that goes on? She's insane. And then the girl, the cheerleader, I can't remember her name.
I don't think she got one.
Yeah. Well, I saw it on the back end in like the credits for exactly what her name was. I don't think it's mentioned. But this girl specifically brings up that everybody in town knew about her mom and how she was in the community, which adds in like this whole extra layer of why Gail's theories about her mom. Yeah.
The community was in her, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Read the room, dude. And so Sydney listens to all of this until finally they leave. And then when she steps out, we have another moment of potentially somebody else already being in here with her. But we've already seen up to this point that there are other people running around in the exact same mask and costumes as Ghostface. So when she calls to see if anybody's in there, nobody answers until finally somebody like steps down off of the toilet, which scares her. Then they come busting out and she has to run and like slide out. But we don't know if this is just another student trying to play a joke on her, if this is the real Ghostface or what happens. But in a scene that was in the script that was cut out, this is when she runs over to the principal's office to tell him exactly what just happened and how somebody was trying to attack her dressed as Ghostface in the bathroom.
Also, I just gotta say, she like looks under the stall doors a couple times. That is the nastiest bathroom I've ever seen.
I was thinking that too when I was watching
like,
it.
Bro, who's smearing doo-doo on the back of the toilet? Like, I know these people are high schoolers, but they're high schoolers, not like animals.
This high school has a janitor. We see him later. What is he doing in the bathroom?
True.
Yeah.
He's too busy sneaking into people's dreams and killing them.
Yeah. yeah.
So from what Sydney tells Principal Hembry, who is the Fonz, he ultimately decides to completely dismiss classes, and then they also work with the police department that they are going to put in a curfew to where everybody needs to be home at 9 o'clock, which means that it's the perfect time for a party. I mean, why not? You know, everybody's got to be home at 9. Why not all be at the same house at 9? And so that house everybody's going to go to is Stu's house, where everyone is invited to the party. And Sydney isn't so thrilled about this, but Tatum, being her best friend and also Stu's girlfriend, convinces her to show up, as well as Dewey specifically asking Gail if he or if she would go with him to the party. Yeah. Since it's like kind of his sister's thing, being the girlfriend of the boyfriend hosting the party, and he's like the younger cop. Dewey wants to
hang out with Gail, man. It's not that deep.
He wants to hang out with Gail.
Yeah.
He can justify it all he wants.
Yeah.
There's the thing where she's like, oh yeah, he's 25, and she's like,
yeah.
Said that I'm most popular with the 11 to 24 demographic, which is an insane demographic, first of all.
That's a wide gap there.
Yeah.
I love Gail Weathers.
But I'll say there's that line where she's like, I guess I just missed you. And then as he's walking away, he's like,
I was 24
for
a whole year.
I was 24 for a whole year.
I know. That's so nice.
Honestly, that's a great line.
That's smooth as hell.
Yeah. That instantly made Dewey my favorite character.
Bro, I love Dewey right from the beginning. I was like, that's my guy. He's my goat.
I could not stop thinking about Scary Movie.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Every time he's on scene. I'm like, is he gonna like, the whole time?
Yeah, no. Which that is like, Dewey's already goofy enough, and in that movie they're like, how do we make him goofier? Let's just make him the dumbest little crybaby ever. But I have a question. Would you guys go? Whoa, hey.
Would you guys go?
Would you guys go? Would you guys go to a party if they were? Would you guys go to a party if there was a serial killer loose in your area? Like a big party like the one they're going to?
Honestly, sure. Like, almost everyone who went to that party was totally safe.
Yeah,
and
that is like the thing.
And it's
like,
a really weird place for a killer to attack.
Yeah, no, that's what most people's like reaction. They're like, no killer's gonna kill people that are at a party.
Yeah.
Like, why would they do that?
I'll be honest.
Gulp.
I said no, but I would be willing to host a party where everybody can then come to my place.
Okay.
So you can kill them all.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You can rage bait them all into dying.
Yeah.
They're like, don't go that way. Like, if we all got to be somewhere, it's better for us to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none of us would split up.
No, we wouldn't split up. I wouldn't go because I'm antisocial.
Like, I wouldn't go to a party if there wasn't a serial killer in my area. Honestly, when I put it like that, maybe I agree with you.
Yeah. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I was invited to parties I never went.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But like, I had stuff at the house for like people to, friends and whatnot. Maybe like 4 or 5 friends come over and hang out.
After the curfew is like announced and all the kids are out of the school going to this fun party, the principal, there's like a nice fun scene with the principal where they keep doing red herring scares like every 2 seconds the whole time.
He like
actually
turns,
like really like
a mask every time.
Yeah. And there's also a few Easter eggs in this scene.
It cuts to him wearing the mask.
Oh yeah, it does.
And somebody knocks on they knock on the door or whatever, and that scares him, and he's like, huh?
And so he walks around, he's just kind of doing things. He's not really doing anything very important at all. But he can sense that something is about to happen. So he's like checking his closet. He thinks somebody's like hiding in there to scare him. He pokes his head outside the door, and the only thing that's out there is Freddy Krueger janitor having fun.
Yeah.
And
that is one of the most random.
It's the most random Easter egg ever.
It's like not subtle at all.
No.
He's like, what's up?
Hey,
And
Fred.
it's like, that's right. This is a Wes Craven movie.
Yeah. I think it's just solely because Wes Craven made Nightmare on Elm Street. He was like, hey, people don't know that one. Maybe.
I could put that one in.
Yeah. And there is another Easter egg, which I brought up to you guys earlier, as the Fonz's leather jacket is inside his jacket closet, which is a nice little reference to his character in Happy Days. Was that the name of the show?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I know him as the lawyer from Arrested Development.
That's so
He's
crazy.
the family lawyer. His name is Bob Loblaw.
What? I've never seen Arrested Development.
Yeah. It's a very strange show. Great though.
Bob
It's super
Loblaw.
funny. Yeah.
So anyways, after checking the outside the hallway to see the janitor, he goes back in, and Ghostface is actually there in real life, and he gets straight murdered by Ghostface for seemingly no reason in the movie, but without Polt's little explanation earlier. When you're watching the movie, it's
I don't know if I was recording at that time.
oh shit. Well, he is like a hindrance because he's like a trusted figure to Sydney, so she goes to him to get help, and that's why they have a curfew and school gets dismissed. And so Ghostface has to get rid of him because he is obviously hindering on the plan.
Yep. And then, of course, like in the script, when it was all being written, one of the producers realized that there was like 30 pages of nobody dying. So he was like, somebody's got to die somewhere in here. So they threw in the principal dying in this moment to appease the producers. But then it also worked out for later reasons that we'll get to in a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. They got to jingle the keys. Like, hey, it's a horror movie.
It's scary.
Scary.
So before the party, Stu takes the chance to meet up with Randy at his job at the local movie gallery. And Randy talks about how obvious it is that Billy is the killer, even though the police let him go. And he uses his vast knowledge of horror movies and their tropes and rules to try to convince Stu that his best friend is the Ghostface killer. But he's also standing in the horror movie section, which he thinks is pretty ironic, and I think he calls him like tasteless or something.
Oh yeah, it's like tasteless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you've been accused of killing your girlfriend, or your, what does he say?
Trying to
Like
kill
you've
your
been
girlfriend.
trying to kill your girlfriend, and now you're standing in the horror movie section.
Uh-huh.
pretty bad taste.
It's during the scene he also calls out Stu for the way Stu is acting.
Oh yeah, he does. He's on it. He's on top of it.
Yeah.
On top of what?
Not Sydney. So in this scene, there's also like a bunch of fun little Easter eggs. He mentions The Howling a lot, which is one of my favorite werewolf movies. I love The Howling. And also they mention Jamie Lee Curtis a lot in this movie, and she's actually on one of the posters inside the like pretty like big poster behind them in one of the scenes for her movie about where she was a stepmom or some shit. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I mean, she's in like a ton of the scary movies and stuff. Because you got like what, Prom Night, Halloween.
She is the scream queen.
Yeah.
The Fog. No. Yeah. She's in The Fog, right?
That was like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a fun, like, full of Easter eggs kind of scene. That's like the piece of fans.
And that's the thing is, it's like Randy talks in the scene about how basically because of all of the murders, all of the horror movies are doing really well. Like everybody's coming in. Like they specifically comment, Stu specifically comments on how busy it is that day. And he's like, everybody's coming in to rent horror movies.
The funniest part of this entire thing is when Randy is specifically explaining how the killer is doing everything there. You see the girl behind him. She's like looking at a movie, and she looks up to listen to Randy, and then she like looks down and she's like, everybody hearing what this guy, he's describing what the killer is doing. She like walks off like scared to death. And I'm like, wow, dude, like you need to chill with all this stuff. Stop saying that out loud.
I love Randy in this scene because I can relate to him sometimes. Like that girl comes up, it's like, what's the horror movie with the mom from E.T.? He's like, oh, it's The Howling. It's over here in this section. Because I do that with my friends sometimes because I watch so many fucking horror movies. He's like, wasn't this dude in a movie? Yeah, he was in Halloween 1973 in this scene at this moment, this timestamp.
Yeah. If you did it down to the timestamp.
Uncredited, but he's there.
Uncredited, yeah.
So it then cuts to Deputy Dewey once again talking with Sheriff Burke about tracing the calls from Billy's phone and how he got cleared of that. But when they've actually traced the calls from the Ghostface killer that were made to Sydney, they find that all of the calls were coming from Sydney's father, Neil. He's, been gone for the whole movie, and we're kind of like assuming that it was a business trip, but it's like this dude's, the one guy who's, not around, and they kind of, I think, put together a theory that they're like, oh, well, maybe because it's the, coming up on the 1 year anniversary of his wife getting killed, maybe he's like snapped.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's killing all these people.
Like a sleeper agent kind of thing.
The thing that cracks me up about this scene, though, is that right before Dewey comes over to talk to the sheriff, he like finishes buying an ice cream cone, walks over, and then every time the sheriff's standing there smoking a cigarette, and every time the sheriff takes a drag from his cigarette, Dewey's like,
he licks his ice cream,
and it's in sync every time.
I love it. It's so funny. He's trying to like fit in so hard. It's so funny.
But dude, it's so good. And then the moment that like they finish up their conversation, the sheriff throws down his cigarette and like stomps it out. There was a big part of me that was expecting Dewey to just be like, and then just stomp on his ice cream cone.
When he stomps it out, did you notice the boots?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, it's Ghostface. Yeah,
they are the same ones that Ghostface wears.
I forgot to mention that.
Interesting. Yep.
Which is a
red herring,
like maybe it could be the sheriff, because like the way he talks in this whole scene seems very, very odd.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is being pretty ominous. He's being like a typical cop. He's like, could be Sydney's dad.
Could be. I mean, that makes sense to me. Who does it make sense to you? It should be the dad, right? Nobody else.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Can you slow down, please?
So before Dewey and the sheriff go their separate ways, the sheriff tells Dewey to stay close to Sydney so that she doesn't end up like her mom. Which
kind of puts trust in the sheriff for me. Like, even though they tried to do that red herring, why would he be like, also go protect the girl that is trying to die. Yeah.
Trying to die.
Yeah. Same thing. The most threatened by the Ghostface killer.
Uh-huh.
So finally, the party scene starts after what feels like forever to me. And everyone at the party is voting on which horror movie they should watch. And this part shows Randy's odd obsession with Jamie Lee Curtis and her boobs. Oh, God. Well, movie. Sorry. Wait, what are you laughing at?
Just that was so. It's not even in the script.
No, it's
It is
not.
true.
Just-
They talk about
That's
her
up
boobs
here.
so
Big
much.
Well, because Stu's like, yo,
Following it up
when
with
are
the-
we going to see
Oh
him?
gosh.
Yeah, when do her boobs come out? And he's like,
She was a virgin until this movie.
okay. But while they try to decide on which movie they should watch, Dewey meets up with Gail outside and actually invites her in with him, which gives her enough time to plant a very obvious camera inside the house so that she can watch the teenagers to try and get some big scoop on what's going on.
It is an obvious camera, but also it's on top of the VCR, so it's like I think you'd
blends
be
in.
like, "Hey, there's a camera right there," but also you'd be like, "It's probably supposed to be there."
Well, but why is there
Also,
a camera?
it's a bunch of drunk teenagers.
Well,
Like, you're not going to be thinking about, like, oh, why is there a camera there? You're just going to
Yeah.
be like, whatever.
Yeah, you're thinking about how to I screwed up
you
the
think about
focus
Jamie
on my
Lee's
camera.
boobs, man.
Either
dark.
that, or you're thinking about how you can most efficiently break the 3 rules of
Yes.
surviving
Oh,
a
yeah,
horror movie.
Yeah.
Before it's all done.
Yeah.
Speed
But-
run 'em.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because she planted the camera. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna ahead of myself. So she plants this camera, and because it's so far away from the news van, there's a 30-second delay on like their side of what they're seeing.
We get to see the best character this way.
Yeah.
And hang out
And we
with
get to see this dumbass cameraman that Polt loves.
Giddy! He has a name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's Jesus.
They don't see anything
According to
immediately.
Gail.
Yeah. So they won't see anything immediately. There's a little bit of a delay, so they won't know what's happening until it's probably already over. Like 30 seconds is a pretty massive delay. But with this, I have an important question. What horror movie would you recommend at a party?
Scream would be pretty perfect.
That's what, yeah.
I put the exact same thing. Either
Yeah,
that
it's
Yeah.
or Troll 2.
Troll. Okay.
I have turned it on at gatherings and then noticed every single
my
person
God!
sit down and watch me and like, what is this? And I'm like, it's amazing. I know.
Yeah. I think you can pretty much put on any like fun slasher movie and people will enjoy it. You can't put on something like
Hereditary.
Hereditary
Yeah,
or like
Hereditary.
you don't want to
It's
put
a
on
bad
Barbarian.
Wait. Watch. She's about to stick her head out the window.
Look at the bugs on her skull. That's creepy.
People are like, I don't want
Look,
to.
she's cutting her head off.
People will think you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
But I think I've put on like Halloween before. I've actually on a Halloween party I put on Trick or Treat, which is
That's a good one.
That would be a good one.
I love Trick or Treat so much. I love that movie so much.
I'm over here acting like I've seen it. You see
I
that?
love it.
Did you see my
I'm
acting?
making.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm making these guys watch Trick or Treat very soon. Yeah, just pretty much any like fun slasher, really any horror comedy.
Yep.
Would do pretty well. You just don't want to down the vibes.
Now,
Yeah.
legitimately, the one that I've done in the past is not a horror movie, but I've had several over the garden wall watch parties.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice though. It's like a nice little show.
After they finally decide on a movie, we then have Stu. Doesn't he leave?
No, that's after she dies. She dies in the garage, and then people
He's
start slowly
just-
leaving the party.
There's people
Yeah.
just, he's being the host.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because he leaves the room for a minute and then tells her to go and get him a beer.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what am I, a beer wench?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the "I'll be back." Oh,
Yeah, well, I thought that he said it again.
No, that's
I thought he said
later.
it
That's
twice.
later.
Yeah.
He
Anyway,
does say it twice, but he says that the second time he says it's whenever he's already revealed that he's
that's
one
right.
of the killers.
Yeah. Yep. So after they finally decide on a movie, we have Stu, who's hosting this entire party. He's trying to run around and do party stuff, so he tells his girlfriend Tatum to go and get him another drink, which she then says, what am I, a beer wench? And then still goes and gets a bunch of drinks for everybody from the garage. But when she's in the garage is when Ghostface shows up at this party. You have something in here.
Oh, she thinks
Randy.
it's Randy again.
Yo, I
Yes.
just realized, I wonder if the orange cat running out is an Alien reference.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
of
pick up on
Jonesy.
that.
I didn't
Maybe,
think about
yeah.
that.
Interesting.
Could be.
Look
The
at
only
Crow.
connection I made at that point was the fact that my orange cat was sitting right below the TV, and I was like, haha. And now I'm like,
Whoa.
So there's a cat, which I completely forgot about.
I did too.
That runs out of the cat door that surprisingly is cut into the garage door. And out of all the garage doors I have ever had to wire or work on, I have never seen that before.
I don't think you're allowed to.
I think it would mess up the structure of the door in that spot.
Well, that, and I think it's like you're not supposed to have doggy doors and stuff like that because it messes with the fire. Like it's a fire hazard kind of thing.
Could be.
I don't know. I know that we had one on my new house, like this one I'm in.
Yeah.
We have like a doggy door in the garage, like going to the garage.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, "You're gonna have to replace that door. It's a fire hazard."
Jeez,
I-
what? Weird.
Oh.
Oh, dude. I mean, I don't see them. Out of all the houses that I've worked on, I can think of one that had a doggy door and it was cut in after the fact. But there is a cat door in the garage door, but she's not focused on any of that. She's just got the drinks and then sees who she assumes is Randy in the full-on Ghostface getup and walks over and says one of the best lines in the movie.
No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
Yep.
And just like after a moment, she even asks Ghostface, like, "Are you Randy?" And he's like, "Mm-mm."
No.
It's like,
Actually, I think she
"Mm."
said, "Come on, Randy, quit messing around."
Yeah, and like keeps
And he's
like
like-
bringing all this stuff, saying that he's Randy.
Yeah.
This is a joke. This isn't funny. And then like finally, it kind of sinks in that, oh, this is serious. That this is not somebody playing a joke on her at this very packed party where they could potentially hear somebody screaming in the garage. And to prove to her that this is not a joke, he then takes his knife and then slices her arm, where she begins screaming at this very packed party, and nobody hears her, and they go back and forth having a fight until she realizes she needs to do what the cat did and go crawling out of the garage door to try to get away. To which Ghostface has the smart idea to hit the button and let the door do his job for him.
All right. We got a very important question. You got to pay attention, Crow. You paying attention?
I'm paying attention.
You paying attention? All right. Would you let a little bitch-made garage door kill you?
Not if I can kill it first.
Yeah.
No, I am saying that from a place of deep resentment for my garage door.
Do you have to also hold the button down on yours to get it to go up and down? And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I don't have to hold the button. It's just that the button never works. And then when it finally does work, it's like, it doesn't.
No.
There does not have to be anything in the way for it to be like, it's dangerous. My garage door is afraid of me.
Oh, okay.
So
I can't do
So
it.
you don't have to worry about it then.
I don't have to worry about it.
100%, this garage door is the real MVP of the movie. This is the strongest garage door in movie history, and I will have no other answers, because everyone I've ever worked on, you barely touch them, and they go, and then they start going the other way. You hold it down a little bit, it goes, no, and then it shuts back.
I know.
This
Like, how
one-
does it have so much force to snap her neck? Like,
All the way through.
yeah, like it's crazy.
It's crazy. There's that one shot
Maybe
where
the
you like,
garage door is the real killer of this movie, and it's in a mask the whole time.
It's a giant ass garage door just walking.
It's like the movie Rubber, but with the garage door.
it would have been a very
Yeah.
different movie if it had gotten to the end and it was just like,
It's kind of like,
Ghostface is a robot.
what was that movie with the tire?
Rubber.
Yeah, rubber.
Rubber, yeah. Oh, you did say that. Oh,
That's
it's
what I
going
just
down. I'm listening. I'm listening, I promise.
Yeah.
Well, I knew as soon as I made the reference, I'm like, that is a very niche.
No.
Like, not everybody's going
That's
to
another-
know
here we go.
exactly what rubber is.
We're putting that in the video ideas.
So 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock finally rolls around and that means that it's time for the curfew. And people slowly start leaving the party. But Billy just got there, and he wants to get Sydney alone so that he can basically just talk to her. And then Stu comes out, and he's like, "Nah, man, you guys can go up to my parents' room and you can just talk or whatever."
Yeah, he talk,
And Billy's like, nah. And then Sydney's like, "No, we do need to talk." And so they head upstairs. They both apologize for being selfish. I think Billy apologizes for like not understanding. But then Sydney's like, "No, I shouldn't be making you wait so long." And so she finally decides to give in to Billy's desires and, do whatever he wants, basically.
Finally gets that NC-17 film, as she says.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, she says, let's make it an X-rated? She says something seducing. Sadistic. She says,
"Whoa."
She leans in and says, "I'm going to gut you like a fish."
He's like, "What did you say?" She's like, "You hired me." Wink.
So back downstairs, they've got John Carpenter's Halloween playing.
You didn't like my wording of that?
Beneath the Bone Zone.
Yeah, Beneath the Bone Zone.
Randy is just talking as much as he can about Jamie Lee Curtis's boobs. And as Randy's sitting there talking about, his favorite movie, he realizes that nobody else there at this party knows any of the rules about how to survive a horror movie. And so, drawing from his extensive experience of different horror stories, he goes on to educate everybody about the 3 main rules for surviving a slasher movie. So, number 1, this is the biggest one. You can never have sex, which, unfortunate considering what's going on upstairs
right now.
Yeah.
You're going to end up like Kevin Bacon
in the Bone Zone.
Everybody groans about that. And he's like, no, it's the number 1 rule.
Yeah.
Can't remember exactly what they say, but
virgins always outsmart the killers. That's like the thing.
And number 2 is no drinking, no drugs. He says that it's the sin factor. It's a extension of the first rule.
Yeah.
Final rule is never say, "I'll be right back."
No. Let me fix my little mistake here. I wrote this really late at night. You can really tell.
FNAF reference.
FNAF reference. Because in FNAF.
Wait, does he say
says
it?
In FNAF, he says, "I always come back," and he like puts the helmet on.
Yeah. So immediately after that, as a joke, Stu walks out of the room and he goes,
he's like, "Hey, you want a beer?"
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey,
you want a beer? Yeah, I'll get a beer. I'll be right back.
The other point I wanted to make here is the fact that he's saying this in a room full of drunk people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're literally doing everything he's telling them not to do. Like this whole scene.
Rules are broke.
But
people are
every rule is broken in this. So my question to you guys is, what are your top 3 horror movie rules?
Do you want mine? I got them written down.
Sure. I'll let Crow think for a second.
Number 1, never, ever split up. Unfortunate with the...
Yeah.
You mean we named our podcast wrong? No!
Number 2 is protect yourself always.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have like an explanation of exactly what I mean. Like this could be calling your friends or calling the police or preparing for what could happen. Get creative. If a killer has a knife, grab a pillow cushion. Like grab something to where if they're going to stab, you could like force, can force a pillow cushion. This will work.
I have a feeling
you could hit them with a pandy doll, you know?
Oh,
Or
yeah, 'cause that's
big
like rock
pillow.
solid.
You could do, like boom, and then they stab into that, and then you can
Yeah.
throw it off. And they don't know what's going on. Like, you got to stay prepared. You got to be creative, and you got to be on top of your game, always ready to protect yourself. If you go into the kitchen to get a knife, grab 2, 1 for each hand. Have knives everywhere. So hide the block away. Always be on your game and ready for anything. And number 3 is stick with what you pick. If you're gonna run. Don't stop. Ever. Don't ever stop running. Just keep running. Even if you know you're safe. You're probably not. Keep running. Or if you choose to fight the killer, like, fight them. Don't let up at any point in time. Don't give them time to think. If you're going to punch somebody, continue punching them until they no longer move. Unless the villain completely tanks like a gunshot wound or something. At that point, like, run. Like, you made the wrong choice. That's cool. If they're just going to be stabbed in the face and it doesn't bother them, run away. Yep, those are my 3.
Number 1 for me, I gotta say, would be charge your phone.
Yeah, charge their phone.
Yeah. Oh, no. It doesn't work.
Don't venture out onto random dark roads in the middle of the night.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that noise? We need to investigate.
That's the other biggest thing would just be like, you can't try to be...
Don't be a hero.
Yeah, you can't try to be the hero. You gotta be
Zombieland, good reference.
You gotta just be like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of me. Here's my exception to that rule is if you got a gun and you're about to like blind fire it at, you're like waiting. I always think back to, I've never even watched this movie, but I know the scene from, I think it's called The Strangers, where the dude like blasts his friend. I'm like, I can't, I'm not sure I can think of a worse thing to happen in a horror movie. I'm like, I think I'd rather get killed than accidentally kill somebody that, I care about. You know?
Yeah. Huge traumatic moment and a huge traumatic, like,
and then you're still going to die.
Yeah. Then you're still going to die. Oh,
those would be my 3 is charge your phone. Basically
phone.
Stay in safe places. Don't go wandering out in random spots that obviously are dangerous. And then look out for yourself.
Mine is pretty much a perfect mixture of both of you guys.
Okay.
Like, stay, like, you come first, always have a weapon on you and stick to that weapon. And don't go into dumb areas like a shed full of chainsaws.
What was that? Somebody yelling for help? I'd better go see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll throw in one little extra thing that my audience will appreciate, which is if you're hiding, turn off your flashlight. If you're trying to hide, turn off your flashlight.
Would you do that in like a horror game or something?
No, it's just something that comes up in a lot of analog horror. Is people hiding and leaving their flashlight on. They'll be like in a closet pointing the flashlight at the crack.
It's like FNAF.
Oh, I hope they don't find me.
Turns it up so you can see more.
Pulling out pins on flashbangs and dropping it at your feet.
Repeatedly flashbanging yourself is so funny. It's like, oh, did you see him? Let's try again.
It's like, they're like, it's like the thing in some horror games.
Michael Myers wearing like sunglasses. He's like, what's this idiot doing?
The mask. It's like compressing in the sides of it.
So outside, Dewey and Gale are both waiting outside, and Dewey knows that Gale is waiting outside, kind of spying on these kids to try and get some kind of story out of it. So he decides to flirt a little bit more. He heads over to her car and invites her over so he can investigate a car hiding in the bushes that was reported to him. But yeah, it's just a little thing so he could walk with her and talk to her and flirt with her and try to, get sweet with her.
Meaning that Kenny gets left all alone.
And Kenny gets left all alone. Poor Kenny.
But Dewey doesn't.
But really, no.
Dewey's got the moves. She agrees pretty quickly.
She does. She's like, okay, yeah. Which she's like, she tries this whole time to be like, I'm not actually into it. Like, I'm just doing this for... But then there's moments where it's like, is she? I have a feeling.
How can you resist Deputy Dewey's charm?
Exactly. But they do get to walk down the road a little bit, and this actually gets Gail to open up a little bit for the first time in this movie. We get to like actually learn a little bit about her character and how she feels like she is just like doing the grunt work of like reporters and stuff. She just wants to be respected as a reporter, but she's doing little petty things like writing a book about a girl's murder. So, but while they're on their walk, they do find
Stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah. But while they're on their walk, they do find the car that's hiding in the bushes, and they discover that it was Neil's car, Sydney's dad, which further proves that Sydney's dad might be the one killing all these innocent people. And while Gail and Dewey are doing that, back at the house, Randy gets a phone call where it is revealed that Principal Henry was found dead, gutted, and hanging from the football goal post. Which all these really nasty, gross dudes are like, "That's sick, let's go check it out." And literally everybody leaves the house to go look at this dead body, leaving Randy there alone to watch Halloween by himself.
Yep. And it's so neat the way that all of this was filmed, because you have Kenny out there in the van. He's watching like Randy like right up on the camera, talking on the phone. So he finds out as well. They all leave, and then them getting in their cars, almost hitting Dewey and Gail on the road, has a moment between Dewey and Gail, which they kiss. Find the car because they were right there off of it.
Yeah.
And like Gail's all like, around. "Isn't that what you've been looking for?" And he's like looking at her like, "All my life."
Yeah.
It's like, smooth. And then she's like, "Quit it. Stop."
Yeah, stop. I love how I worded that. After their fun time. Okay. Sydney questions Billy again about a few things while he was in jail. But this time she actually kind of catches him in a lie. She asks him who did he call when he got his like one phone call. And he says that he called his dad. And she was like, "Well, that's not true because the sheriff called your dad." And he was like, "Well, yeah, I called him, but I didn't get an answer."
Yeah, I tried to call him, but of course he didn't answer my call.
Yeah, he didn't answer me. But she just points out that maybe it would be kind of smart for the killer to call her instead of their parents to try and throw her off their track a little bit.
Make it seem like, he couldn't have been. It couldn't have been Billy because
he's in jail. But if he called her, then that would make her think he's innocent when he's really not. Yes. But then he's like, "Nah, I didn't get an. I'm Sag farming now. I didn't get an answer from my dad.
My dad doesn't like me.
My dad doesn't like me." But she doesn't. She claims she doesn't think Billy's the killer, but there's still something in her that's not fully trusting him, even though she did just lose her virginity to him, which is a little backwards for me. But I do have a question. At this point, in the first time you watched this movie, who did you think the killer was? This was mainly for Crow because he said he'd never seen the movie, but then he already knew the twist ending.
Yeah.
Kind of impossible to escape it now, but
I was like, I don't know if I misremember.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't 100% certain.
Okay.
I guess I can say that at this point, I was pretty sure that it was actually gonna be Billy.
Yeah.
But there were other uncertainties that I had that I can't really elaborate on right now. I was like, I think it's Billy.
Yeah. I think the first time I watched it, I thought it was Randy. Because they did keep pointing out
that's
that
what
Randy.
I put.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, maybe it actually is Randy. And now Randy's alone at this point in the movie. He's alone in the living room. And I was like, maybe it is Randy because he knows all the rules and he would know how to do it.
Yeah.
But
he has a
I
motive.
didn't think it was. Yeah, he has a motive. He likes Sydney.
He likes Sydney, and even asked Stu earlier when they first get there to the party, like, "Do you think they would ever work between us?" And Stu's like, "Huh, you?
Yeah.
No." But like,
does that to him.
For me, I was certain that it was not Billy with that first scene where she is chased through the house and Ghostface is at her bedroom door. And then he comes through the window. I'm like, that is way too fast for him to climb in for the amount of time that Ghostface was just at the door, dressed, and then he's all of a sudden climbing in the window. I'm like, it just seems It seems very
impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like it seems like a red herring for what happened here, that it couldn't be Billy, but they keep teasing it because they want me to think that. So for me, I'm like, it must be Randy or Dewey, because I'm like, Dewey, the way he spoke with Gail a moment ago seemed like he could be a little suspicious, because it was like, do you want to go for a walk with me and disappear for a little while? And it's like, dude, there's like a killer running around. I get that you're a police officer, but that's a bit much, a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
And then like the sheriff having the same boots, I didn't pick up on that. Like I just didn't notice. So
Yeah.
I think that's something you have to be really paying attention to, because they show his boots in the bathroom scene for like a second, and then they show the cop's boots for a second. I was like, But I didn't think it was Billy at this point, because I was like, that's too obvious. They're putting all this stuff on Billy the whole time that I was like, they want you to think it's Billy so bad that it can't possibly be Billy.
Like, there's no
and then
way.
my girlfriend, whenever I first showed this to her, she doesn't watch horror movies like I used to. When I was like a teen, so she had no idea. She didn't know that she didn't know about the twist. She didn't know anything. So the whole time I was just like, who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? And every time there's always an alibi for everybody at every moment in this movie.
Yep.
So every time she would get somebody, I'm like, but he was here and this happened. And she's like, oh yeah,
that's right.
That's right. That's why I really like. I like when people first watch this movie and like they don't know anything. It's so fun, like getting in their head and seeing like how they think differently from everybody else.
Trying to process everything, because there's a lot going on. Like there's quite a few characters to keep up with.
Yeah.
So Billy asks what he needs to do to finally prove himself to Sydney that he is not the killer. And little does he know that the killer is standing right behind him. He's standing right behind me, isn't he? So that already helps out to prove that it wasn't Billy, which is what I was thinking anyway up to this point. But it also helps to prove it to Sydney. But the problem is the killer rushes in and then proceeds to stab Billy multiple times over and over in the chest and stomach, killing him to where he falls onto the bed. And then Ghostface does the iconic knife clean for the first time ever. And this bothered me.
Really?
Because you see him do it when there's no blood on the knife.
Oh, I mean,
Billy is falling down. Your focus is on him, and you see him go to do it. There's nothing on the knife, and he goes to pull it and like get it all, and then it shows him with the blood on the knife do it again. That was the only reason it stood out, because when he went to do it, I was like, why is he cleaning the knife? There's nothing on it. But then it shows it a second time with him cleaning it, all the blood off, and I was like,
I never caught that.
I was like, okay, so it was just like he was trying to do something cool and should have waited just a little longer for them to get it right in frame.
I do think it's really interesting how late in the movie that he started doing that, and now it's like it's in every single one of these movies.
Big thing. Yeah,
it's a big thing now. There's actually in like the sixth movie, I think.
It looks so cool.
It looks so cool. He actually does it in Dead by Daylight too.
Yep, that was what I recognized.
In like the sixth movie, there's more
spoilers.
There's more killers. There's two of them that do it at the exact same time.
I don't believe it.
What?
But that scene was so hyped for me when I watched that for the first time, and there was like two of them doing it perfectly in sync. I was like, my dream!
And your dream for now is Ghostface chasing Sydney around the house for a bit, but she gets away with the luckiest escape ever. And that's right. I said escape here as well. The amount of people that call me out for saying escape instead of escape. I'm like, it's more exciting this way.
Escaping. Yeah. She's like he's pulling on her arm, and then they let go and she falls back, and there's just a perfect boat just parked right where she falls.
In fairness,
she's upstairs.
It's obviously a rich white person's house. They've all got a boat parked in the garage.
Yep. But that's not in the garage.
Or outside. Next to the garage, I mean.
Yep. Yeah. She's outside. She's not outside. She's upstairs in the bedroom. The only way for her to get away is to sort of run around upstairs. She goes through, shuts the door, kind of puts some stuff in front of the door, hops out the window, but it's a really like steep incline on the roof. So then
With the
she is
surfboard
trying
in
to
front of
get
the door.
away. And like Ghostface is like, nah, come here. And then she like, and then falls back on the boat, which all I could think was like, my luck, I would hit a chair and break my back. And then I would just have to lay there until Ghostface stabbed me to death lying on a cool boat.
The cushiest boat ever, apparently.
Your back would be broken and you would be looking directly at the body of your best friend.
Oh yeah, because Tatum is like literally right there, right outside,
hanging right up. You'd be able to see her just.
No one even knows she's dead. That was actually kind of a freaky part of it to me, is that
because
everybody's
nobody
at the party
else
for
needed
a
drink, which doesn't make sense for this party.
Yeah, so Sydney's the first one to find her friend hanging there dead, which is actually really traumatizing.
Yeah.
To find somebody like that, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I guess up to this
She's
point,
like, oh my gosh, who installed this garage door? It's amazing.
I'm gonna call that guy.
Yeah.
Whoever made this door is awesome. Next, we get one of the most meta scenes in the whole movie. Randy is watching.
Where Randy's like, "Turn around, Jamie!"
Yeah.
And the Ghostface is doing the
this
exact same
was
thing.
this was my favorite part of the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
So next we get one of the most meta scenes in the entire movie, because downstairs, Randy is, even after everybody else is left, he's just like, I'm just gonna finish watching Halloween.
Yeah.
And so he's laying on the couch, like pretty wasted.
Yeah. Sloshed, really.
He's watching a scene in the movie where old Mike Myers is sneaking up behind Jamie Lee Curtis, and he's like, turn around. Oh, Jamie,
Jamie, turn around.
And at the exact same time, Ghostface is walking up behind Randy in the living room, and then he takes his knife, lifts it up in the air, and then gets distracted right as he's about to jam it down into the top of Randy's dome.
Yeah.
Because we then get one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, go for it.
Where Sydney is there, she gets up, she screams because she finds Tatum.
That's what distracts
which
him.
then gets Ghostface's like attention. And then she runs out to the van where Kenny is like falling asleep, eating a bag of chips, watching the camera that they placed in there where Randy is currently seeing everything that's going on. Like he can see Randy. And then they realize there's Ghostface sneaking up. But then it hits him, there's a 30-second delay.
He said,
and so
like,
he's freaking out. They're freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. And then he flings the door to the van open and looks and sees that the front door to the house is open, meaning that Ghostface has already made it out there. So he turns around going, oh no, there's a 30-second delay. And they're trying to see what happened to Ghostface and where he went. And as soon as he goes to turn around and kind of like shut the door or run away or do anything else, he gets his throat cut.
Yep. And he actually, in this moment, he tells Sydney about the back door. He's like, go out the back. Yep. He tries that as like his last words. So pretty awesome guy. I see why you like him.
Yeah,
and then somehow Ghostface freaking drags this dude on top of the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, okay, I thought he was supposed to just be like a regular dude, but
we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That happens a little later.
No, there is a question later that you have about like, could you take Ghostface?
Oh yeah.
And so I did some looking up on some specific people, and I'm like, some big dudes.
Yeah. All right. After the sad death of Mr. Cameraman, that I keep forgetting his name, even though he keeps saying his name,
Kenny.
Kenny. Dewey and Gale finally make it back to the house so they can radio in about this car and it being Sydney's dad's car. But Dewey quickly realizes that something is wrong, like going on, so he decides to go in the house and sweep the house and make sure everybody's okay, all while he tells Gale to call the cops so that he can get some backup. But as Gale is calling the cops, Randy just appears outside like, hey, what's going on? Which scares the crap out of Gale Weathers. She like, what does she do? Punch him? She like does something and she hits him. And it makes her panic and she just gets in the driver's seat and tries to speed away, where she finds out that poor Kenny is dead because his body flops over on the windshield. Oh, actually, no, all his blood is on the windshield.
Yeah, it's
she like
covered
swipes it
in
off.
She goes to
blood.
wipe it away.
And then she drives forward a little bit and then stops, and then his body flies over and she sees him.
Then she goes like steering the,
Yeah.
the van. Poor Kenny
She steers the
falls
van off the road and crashes into the fucking trees because a bloody Sydney is begging for help. Once again, nobody's helping her. And Gail Weathers almost dies as well. It's just a whole series of unfortunate events that happened so quickly.
She almost
in this movie.
hit Sydney with her car.
Yeah, it's like Randy appears, gets the shit scared out of her, blood on the windshield. She runs into something, stops, backs up, dead guy, drives for a little bit. Sydney's bloody, like, help me. She swerves off the road, hits some trees, probably kills Kenny even more if he's not already dead. Yeah. And she crashes her van, almost kills herself. Everything goes wrong in this moment. It's one of the funniest Looney Tunes ass scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like, what?
She's
I mean,
like,
it's kind of realistic. Like, if you're trying to get out, you don't care about anybody else. You're like,
Yeah. But after all that, after Sydney witnesses all of that happen, she doesn't know what to do. So she runs back to the house where she knows So she runs back to the house where she knows Dewey is there. Oh my God, how do I word that so weird? She runs back to the house because she knows Dewey is inside. And Dewey comes out and Sydney's like excited to see him. And then he falls to the ground with a knife stuck in his back. And Ghostface follows right behind him.
Yeah.
Very sad.
That's the hardest part is he pulls the knife out of his back and then does the wipe off.
Yeah. You gotta clean it off. And then I put another chase scene yippee because I didn't want to keep being like, Sydney gets chased, and then Sydney gets chased, and then Sydney gets chased. But Sydney does get chased once again. And when she takes Dewey's gun, and right when she takes his gun, both Stu and Randy come at her like around the same time and accuse each other of being the psycho killer. But rather than shoot either one of them, she chooses to just close and lock the front door.
Yeah.
And my question is, what would you do in this situation? Would you shoot one of them and hope you're right? Or would you just close the door and have them fight it off? Fight together, fight each other. There we go.
so 100%.
Have them beat each other off. How about that?
What kind of movie is this? The movie's called Scream, not Moan.
My fault. Pause. That's what I just said. Anyways, your answer, Paul? You were gonna do that?
Yeah, so I said, first thing, I'm shutting the door.
We know King's answer now.
Close the door and look through the window.
What are y'all doing out there?
I close the door and I look in the peephole. I'm like,
disrobe.
So I'm shutting the door, first off. Like, neither of them are getting inside. And then I'm going to give both of them just a moment, like not even a full minute, to explain why or why not either one of them is the killer and why I should open the door. Because, like, I'm already suspicious of Randy. Just me, like, as we established previously. Like, Randy seems a little suspicious for everything. But also, like, the stuff Stu says in, like, blaming Randy and the way he says it would have me a little suspicious of Stu as well. And so I'm like, I don't know who to trust out of the two of you. Figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, if you don't do it in enough time to convince me, I am running straight out the back door, and then I'm just going to run through the woods, keeping the gun on me until I end up at like a McDonald's or something.
Yeah. Not to mention, Stu has been like missing for like maybe 20 minutes of this movie now.
Yeah.
So he's just been gone. We don't know where Stu has been. But we have seen Randy.
Yeah.
Especially for the fact that she just saw Randy lying on the couch and Ghostface walk up behind him.
Yeah. So she should have just
shot Stu.
She should have known it wasn't Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Unless
point.
there's two killers.
But at the same time, there is a lot going on again.
That would be
and it's
rough.
like Stu, who you don't know and hasn't been suspected this entire time, is now saying it's Randy. It's like, who do you trust? Neither of them.
I haven't thought about that until literally this moment.
They can team up together and fight Ghostface. Cool. I'm leaving.
Yeah, that would have been a really cool twist if it had been multiple of them.
Yeah, I think if they had like multiple killers running around, that'd be neat.
It'd be wild.
Like we're watching the movie as we're doing this podcast.
People are like, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, that's where the movie ends.
Yeah.
Sydney's safe inside the house with a gun,
All right.
and that's how they stay forever.
Yeah. She never leaves.
Nope, we get no answers. Everything
No
works
answers.
out.
But speaking of answers, what's yours, Mr. Crow?
Yeah, I think I shoot Stu. I think my best guess is it's Stu. And also in that situation, if you're running up on me like that and I'm like, it's life or death, me or you, I'd probably just start blasting.
Yeah.
I mean, it is your friends.
Yeah, it is a little hard.
That might have been what it was that threw me off, because when she like points the gun or whatever, Randy seemed to be like, whoa, and Stu's like, let me get over here. Hey,
Stu was like, let me get behind you because you need to protect me from him.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stay back.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't help that she probably does innately trust Stu more than Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her best friend's boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of the fifth wheel that works at the movie store and has all of the knowledge of how scary movie stuff works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would also just close the door. I'd panic in the situation and be like, fuck
So
you guys.
much going on.
I'm going
right
inside.
then.
Yeah. Bro, I believe it's your turn, right?
Billy comes out of the room covered in blood, falls down the
This is when he.
Is your name Crow? No, I appreciate you helping out. Surprise, Billy is not quite dead yet, and he comes out of the bedroom door, stands up at the top of the stairs, and Sydney's like, oh, Billy! And then he just freaking tumbles.
Yeah, he just nosedives off the stairs.
Yeah, that's some commitment to the bit, and it looks pretty painful. Like, that was one thing I thought specifically.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't think you want to add head trauma to your
his stab wounds.
your
Repertoire.
stab wounds. Yeah. Billy basically convinces Sydney, like, okay, look, I'll protect you. And he opens the door to let Randy and Stu in. But when he opens it, it's just Randy. And so Randy's freaking out and says that Stu has gone crazy, that he's the killer, everything.
He says Stu has gone mad.
Oh, yeah, Stu has gone mad.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy replies with a quote from Psycho. We all go a little mad sometimes.
And shoots him.
Yeah. Shoots Randy right in the freaking chest.
Well, he shoots it kind of like...
It's like the shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, is that not part of your chest? I didn't say you shot him in the heart.
And also, I love this scene because whenever he shoots Randy, it's like one of those scenes where Randy just gets blown back like he was shot with like a missile or some shit.
Yeah, ye old cannonball.
Yeah.
The second that he pulls the trigger, it's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
It was
Billy.
It's been Billy the whole time.
But also, it's like you've had this little moment of it being like, okay, crap. Is this him trying to protect her? Like, does he know something we don't?
Yeah.
Sydney's still like confused, and she starts to back away from him, back through the door behind her, and she bumps into Stu.
Yep.
This is the point where he's way too calm.
Oh yeah.
And that's when you kind of realize what's going on, and that Stu has been on the plan for everything that's gone down along with Billy.
Yeah.
And I'll let you go ahead and deliver this since it's your favorite.
It's my favorite line in the whole movie. She backs into Stu and then she turns around and he picks up the little voice changer. He goes, "Surprise, Sydney."
Surprise, Sydney.
I freaking love that scene so much. It's like such a great reveal that he's in on it as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't take whenever Billy said the Psycho quote, I didn't take that as him like maybe knowing something. I was like, oh, he's the killer because that's what Bateman says in the movie.
Gotcha.
We all go a little mad sometimes. So I was like, oh, he is the psycho killer.
To me, the moment that was like, oh, it's definitely him is when he does the, like, wipes the thing up and then...
Oh, yeah. I guess that is also a
corn
pig's
syrup.
blood.
Yeah, the same thing they use for the pig's blood in Carrie.
Yep.
And he says that, I guess, right after...
Stephen King.
He says that right after shooting Randy, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
It's like right after. It's all... The big reveal happens here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they corner Sydney in the kitchen. It's both of them. I can't handle this. There's no way. And the big reveal, though, is that they also killed her mom the year before.
It's so funny. You were shouting so loud that you were peaking on Discord. It was like it was the craziest voice ever.
They were the ones together that had went through and killed Cotton
Weary.
Cotton Weary's mom.
They killed her mom and blamed Cotton Weary for what had happened. And then Stu is just sort of like there over Billy's shoulder throughout this entire time, just being like, yeah, Sydney, you believe that?
There's this thing with that scene. People think Billy and Stu are like gay lovers because of this. Did you guys know about this?
Scary Movie.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing in Scary Movie.
That is true. But like because of this,
it's like, I thought you liked me.
I did completely forget about that.
Why would you think that?
But because of that scene, they're like the first gay couple in horror movie history. Even though they're not. I don't think they're doing anything. But
Stu's just here.
Even
man.
like Matthew Lillard is like, I love that theory. I think that's awesome. He's like, I love being the first gay couple in horror movie history.
I mean, because like, and that's kind of the thing too. Is like, you don't get anything more out of Stu on his reasoning for going through with this. We get Billy's side here as he explains to Sydney that Sydney's mom was in fact sleeping around the town and had slept with his father, which then caused his father to leave the family, which messed up his entire situation. So he set out with Stu to kill the mom to get revenge. And then like Stu is asked why he did it, and there's not an answer.
I don't know, peer pressure.
Peer pressure, I guess, you know? And it's like you get both sides. Like you have the whole, here's a big motive, here's a big reason that Billy is doing all of this in the first place, but then you also get like Stu just going along with it, and you get to decide which one's more terrifying, whether the killer should have a motive or not, and it's just sort of doing this because why not?
It's fun. It's fun to him.
Yeah.
And they very closely follow. They say that they just sat down, studied a few horror movies, and you get to learn everything that you need to know. And that's why Billy was so gung-ho about taking Sid's virginity, because now that she's not a virgin anymore, she has to die, or she can die based on the horror movie rules.
Yep. Which is interesting too, because the entire time, like Randy, of course, he works at the movie store. He tells the rules. Like he's always the really like he knows all of the scary movie stuff, but constantly Billy is also bringing up scary movies. He's quoting scary movies. Like all throughout it, there's always him being a joker in some way about scary movies.
That's like, okay, this is crazy. This is this like second video in a row that the Joker has been brought up at least once. Because in the long walk, we're talking about, you know, Mark Hamill and the Joker, how he's like Joker-esque. Yeah.
Crow, you'll have to make sure to tie the Joker into the next one too.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a giant alien, almost like a Joker. But before they can kill Sydney, they have to frame someone. So Stu brings out Sydney's father, who has actually been tied up and locked in a closet all this time. And they plant the voice-changing device on him. They put the phones on him. And they're going to kill Sydney and then just slightly hurt them two and then kill him and make it like it was like a murder-suicide kind of thing. Yep. And only Stu and Billy are going to make it out because they had a minor stab wound like on the side of their body.
They've got it all planned out where they're going to like stab each other.
Yep. And they plan on making it look like he just went crazy, went on a murderous rampage the night of his wife's murder.
Which the sheriff has already speculated.
Right.
Yeah. They would just run with it 100%.
Good work.
I think more than anything, it's that they're making the story that's like believable. And that's what having watched all the horror movies really teaches them how to do.
Yeah. And that's why they dummied her dad's phone. So like all the calls linked back to him. They stole his car. They stole him, and they hid it in the bushes. And so, yeah, everything just is kind of working according to plan so far.
Yep. And Sydney says right around here, you psychos have seen too many horror movies. And then Billy's like, no, we're not psychos because of horror movies. Horror movies make psychos more creative.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is kind of what they've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, kind of like the,
You've been playing too many damn video games.
It's
Don't
that
make you a
phone.
psycho killer. It's that damn phone.
before they can kill Sydney or anything, they have to make it look like they hurt each other. So Billy and Stu take turns stabbing each other, but they seem like they enjoy it a little too much and they get a little carried away. And they stab each other multiple times.
I didn't actually interpret it that way as much as it was that, like, because Billy gets stabbed once. After he stabs Stu, gives the knife back. Stu stabs Billy, and then gives the knife back to Billy, and then it's like Stu stabs him like a couple times, like cuts him.
Give me back.
Yeah.
He's like, let me see it again. He's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's because I say he gets a little carried away because Billy stabs Stu, just according to plan, and then he tells Stu, he's like, stay to the side, don't go too deep. And then Stu stabs him with all his might, and like goes all the way in. And I'd say he's like, give me the knife, because he's like pissed that he hurt him so bad.
Yeah, but
and
it's
so he
like,
gets revenge by.
Yeah, it almost seemed to me like Billy was just gonna straight up like kill him, like
kind of does.
Like that was the idea. Yeah,
yeah,
because pretty quickly after that, Stu is just like out of it from the blood loss. Yeah. Dude, the part where he's like, I think you cut me a little too deep. I'm like, I kind of felt bad for him in that moment because it's just like, dude, you got tricked basically, and
pretty much, yeah.
It's like, it really does seem like there's something kind of wrong with Stu, not just in like a psychopath way.
Yeah.
But also in like he is like too easily influenced.
Oh, he is.
Kind of is a legit peer pressure thing.
I have a question. Would you stab a homie to get away with murder?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, we're assuming I've already killed somebody.
A few people.
Yeah. Because it's getting away with murder.
That is true. What about you, Polt?
Yep. I put yes, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, like, for me, I'm going to be the guy who'd be like, stab me first. Go ahead and do it. Nobody's backing out. We are doing this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also, like, in my mind, the other thing that came to mind was John Wick with the doctor. He goes to his doctor and he, like, gets sewed up by him and he was like, look, he's like, you got to shoot me. And he's like, right here. And then the doctor goes to leave and he's like, oh, you know what? You might put another one right down here. And then shoots him a second time.
Dude, you want to know the crazy thing? So, last night, when I watched this movie, I watched it with a friend of mine, who we've been planning to do a movie night for a long time, and the last two movie nights that we've been like, okay, we'll watch a movie. It's been like, actually, I gotta watch a movie for this podcast. The movie that we've been trying to get to is John Wick 3, where that happens.
Oh my god.
So that was the first one where he shoots the doctor.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's the part where the doctor's not supposed to help him.
You're right. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Does he go to the vet later?
He goes to the vet at the end of the first one. But the part you're thinking
the
of
doctor in there?
definitely happens in 3.
You're right. Yeah. No, yeah. I'm trying to think. There's something in the first one that made me think about it. I don't know. Maybe it's because every time I watch those movies, I watch them like all in order, back to back.
That's the way to do it, bro.
Yeah,
Have you watched them?
That's the way they're laid out.
Have you watched them? Kingnusmi? Have you watched John Wick? Yes.
1 through 4.
No, I haven't seen
Any of them?
Yeah, I'm not a big action movie guy. I know John Wick is cool.
It's not even just that. It's not even just that. It's the storytelling. It's so good.
Action. I kind of
change
movies
some
forever.
Some of my
like
favorite.
my people, like you have those friends that like movies and then you watch them, you're like, those friends liked John Wick so much, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not a good recommendation in my eyes.
John Wick, you do definitely have to do when you watch them. Watch at least 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
like back-to-back nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Where are we at? Okay, we're at.
Don't notice that Gail Weathers steals their gun. Of course, Gail can only think about how she's going to make a story out of all this. Sadly, she doesn't know that the safety is on, and she gets knocked out by Billy and lands right next to Dewey.
Like true lovers. True lovers.
Poor thing. Doesn't know how to use the safety.
No.
Yep. She almost had it, though. She was so close to saving everybody, redoing all this, especially with Stu like bleeding out anyway, and then Billy's also got his own stab wound. And like, where does Sydney go during all of this? Because Sydney slips away when Gail is standing there, got them at gunpoint. Sydney disappears and she's knocked unconscious, and they turn around and realize, oh no, Sydney is gone. But now Billy's got the gun. Gail is knocked out. Dewey's stabbed in the back. Randy is shot in the floor. Kenny's dead outside.
It's just very unfortunate, everything.
Tatum's in the garage door.
Yeah.
The dad is he...
He's
laying
tied up on the floor.
Yeah. And then Sydney's running around trying to figure out what to do.
They realize Sydney's gone. Stu is dying pretty much slowly. And
Poor guy.
and Billy is just angry. He's
maybe the best line in the movie.
I feel the wounds here.
it's the my parents are gonna be so mad at me.
It's so funny. But while Stu is dying, Billy is just like irate. He's just so mad. He's yelling. He's ripping pillows apart like Sydney's going to be in the pillows or some shit. And then
Gail also called the cops.
Oh yeah, Gail did call the cops.
She tells them that she called the cops, and Stu is over there on the phone trying to talk with, I guess, nobody at this point. Or no, Sydney is on the phone.
No, Sydney. Oh, that's what I meant by she gives them a taste of their own medicine.
Is it in here?
Sydney slips away, and then she calls them, and then she's like, you ought to play a game or something. I don't know. She does something. But
wrong movie, Sydney.
I'm the scary person now.
No, it's there.
Yeah, she pretty much just taunts them because she's like, I got the upper hand now. You fucked up. And then Billy's just mad, ripping things apart. He gives the phone to Stu. Well, he doesn't give the phone to Stu. He throws the phone at Stu.
Hit me with the phone.
Hit me with the phone, dick. It's so funny.
Which was another improvised line.
It was, yes. And while he's mad, Billy's like opening doors and everything like that. And he opens one of the closet doors, looks inside of it, and then turns away. But Sydney's in this closet, and he just somehow doesn't see her because she rushes out with an umbrella and stabs him right in the chest.
Must be coats in the way.
But still, how do you do you not move the coat a little bit?
I mean, she is wearing the whole black.
She is wearing the Ghostface costume.
I do love the fact that she puts the costume on. That's sick.
Yeah. She's literally giving them a taste of their own medicine, chasing them with the costume, scaring them.
Yep. And this actually, all of the screams that you hear from Billy getting stabbed are real. Because Billy
she actually missed and stabbed him.
Yeah, because when he was a kid, he had some disease, and then he had to have open heart surgery. So he's got a mesh thing going on in his chest, and anytime it gets touched or messed with, it hurts really bad. And she hit the first time with the first stab the pad that he was wearing, and then missed the second time and hit that mesh. And so that's an actual scream that he has. Yeah. And Wes Craven made sure to keep that cut in the movie because of how genuine it was. Plus, for him to suffer in this way in this moment, it's kind of hard to skip over that and be like, that was for nothing.
That's crazy.
I love this scene because he uses the Halloween movie soundtrack for the scare stuff. Yes. Whenever Billy's running around, so it makes it more tense while also still playing on calling the TV. Back to. Yeah, it's still playing on the TV, so it's just happening. Yeah, but it's like a little homage to one of the greatest horror movies of all time.
Yeah.
After she attacks Billy and he's laying painfully hurt on the ground, Stu finally attacks Sydney, trying to get her to die for once, but she has plot armor. Everybody knows that. They wrestle around for a little bit, and then they end up falling in front of the TV while Halloween is still playing. Sydney gets up and then shoves the TV down on his face, killing him and electrocuting him, it looks like. But this is a big controversial thing for the Scream like franchise, the movies. People don't believe that Stu is dead because they're like, he could totally survive a TV being dropped on his head like that. So, do you think Stu could live after that TV was dropped on his head?
Seemed like he was getting like electrocuted.
Yeah. But
Like,
there's like a
the
theory.
screen
It's like
shatters.
he wouldn't get electrocuted like that. Like that was just like something
Oh, yeah.
he did to make it look like he was dying.
Dude,
No.
Completely fun.
stuff like that doesn't matter in horror movies. It's like a bunch of stuff you could survive.
Yeah.
Dewey walks out with a freaking knife in his spine.
Tatum dies from a garage door.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like a big thing. People are like, he could have totally survived that.
Yes,
Do
you could.
you want me to tell you my big long answer?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
I looked up how a CRT TV worked
Mm-hmm.
to figure out exactly what it would be like and how he would get shocked. My issue is that the capacitors on the inside of the TV are farther back, so they're not going to be like right there where it is. But for as heavy as the glass is, because it's like one big like bulb that goes all the
it's
way
like
back.
thick too.
Yeah. So it's like he's getting hit with that glass super hard and then it explodes on his face that way. It's like that has also got a bunch of like chemicals and stuff inside of that vacuum. And it's like, so he's getting hit with the chemicals, he's getting hit with this glass. His face is not going to be the same after this. But the biggest thing is surely it knocks him out because I have been shocked in the face before. Sucks. Like I've been shocked a lot. Like for me, him getting shocked here, he could completely take it. Not even
Not
an
always
issue.
for fun.
He's got this. But like you get shocked in the face, instant headache. And like for him to also get hit in the head, he's probably unconscious. So he's like breathing in the chemicals, he's probably bleeding. And if it didn't cut his neck, I would be more worried about him bleeding out from his stab wounds than I would be for him getting electrocuted.
So you're saying he could survive this TV thing?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a big theory. Like people think he's going to be in the next movie that's coming out next month. And that he's been orchestrating this whole thing because each movie there's a copycat killer. So there's not the same Ghostface in each movie, right?
Spoilers.
But people think that Stu is like the mastermind. He's like in prison and he has this cult of people that he's controlling to like try and kill Sydney and her family and stuff.
He's Jigsaw.
So
from Saw.
Pretty much.
What universe has anybody ever been able to look at Stu and be like, genius?
That guy knows what's up.
He's playing 4D chess.
Now he does have a motive. He didn't have a motive in this movie, but if he survives his death, Sydney tried to kill him, and now that angers him a lot, and he's like already kind of fucked in the head. You know,
I'm gonna spend the next like 8 movies trying to kill her.
I'm gonna try my damnedest to kill her, and all these teenagers fucking suck at it, dude.
Despite being stabbed multiple times by Billy, by Stu, because we're talking about Billy. Despite being stabbed multiple times, Billy is somehow still alive, which honestly,
kind of shocking.
Does make sense. Like I kind of get it. Like
Really?
you're not gonna be feeling okay, but like. You know, you get stabbed, you're bleeding. It's not like anywhere vital. There's people that get, shot and run around and do their stuff. Like you got stabbed. I think he gets stabbed one time.
He gets stabbed a lot. Well, she
that's right. She stabs him, but like
stabs him.
An umbrella. It's only going to be this deep. She stabs him up here.
I feel like it's enough to put me out of commission. I'd be like,
like it would be. It's going to be a lot of pain, but. Maybe it'll kick in a little bit because he's already been stabbed down here, so he's probably got some adrenaline pumping, especially since if he doesn't hurry up to figure out how to kill Sydney, he's going to go to prison for a long time. So
that is true, yes.
He tries to kill Sydney again, but she is saved when Gail finally figures out how to turn off the safety. And this seems to finally finish Billy off.
There is one problem. One problem.
What is your problem?
What is it?
As King said just a bit ago, Sydney has plot armor, but she doesn't have plot armor anymore because of what happened in the Bone Zone. There's only one character that has plot armor.
Randy.
Oh, Randy.
Who shows back up at this point and tells all of them to scoot back. This is the moment that the killer will come back to life in one last turn. Which he does, and he gets shot right in the face by Sydney at this point.
Where she learns to do that from now on.
You did
that
it,
was the thing.
Sydney.
The whole time that they were like, he was laying on the ground, I'm like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is there legal precedent to double tap somebody in this situation?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
We can't give genuine legal advice.
Yeah.
That's probably worth saying.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you put a serial killer to death.
I mean, there is a police officer dead outside.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That's enough to convince them, really.
He fell on the gun.
Yeah, he fell. Right, his forehead fell right on the gun. This finally ends the 42-minute long party scene in what is known as the longest night in horror movie history, because it took them 21 days to film everything and get everything finished, and it was such a big deal that they even had shirts made saying, "I survived scene 118." That big of a deal, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. The sun finally rises. The terrible night is over. It is revealed that Dewey actually survived his stab wound, and he's going to be okay. And Gail Weathers finally gets the story that she was itching to have this whole time. Mm-hmm. But we actually don't see anything regarding Sydney at this point. We're just kind of like, she's fine. You know, they didn't really give us any closure on Sydney.
It's also so sad that we don't get closure on Kenny either, because Gail just has a new cameraman the next morning.
Yeah,
and then they start filming. She's like, just keep filming. This is how it's going to go. She's got like some blood on her mouth to do the whole thing. And it's like, what about Kenny?
It was nothing but a pawn. She actually said that she's been through multiple cameramen. So she just doesn't even care. He's like disposable to her.
Yeah. Whatever.
Dumb. But the camera pans up to a nice, beautiful sunrise. And then we get a thunderclap final jump scare of Ghostface, revealing that he might be coming back. And he does multiple times. I think 6 more times. But yeah, that's the end of the movie. Yay, we did it.
Yay. So, only 4 hours. Yay.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's still better. It's half the time we spent on the last one.
Yeah, true.
Okay, well, the first question was, did you guess the killer right? Did you guess there were 2 of them, but Crow got that spoiled for him.
I will say, so now I can say, the fact that there were 2 got spoiled for me. Mm-hmm. I knew that it was going to be 2 of the guys out of the friend group.
Okay.
The entire movie, I kept trying to remember which 2 it was, and I couldn't figure it out.
Did you have like one that you just knew? You're like, okay, Billy is definitely one of them.
Definitely Randy.
And you're guessing on the
I was pretty sure that Stu was one of them.
Okay.
I couldn't remember for sure. And yeah, Randy, at a certain point, I was like, honestly, it might be the most interesting to have it be Billy and Randy, because which this I kind of want to see a movie do this, is the scene where they're in the movie gallery. There's this very obvious like kind of tension between Billy and Randy, where it's like you can tell they don't like each other.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking like it'd be, you know, even though they didn't go in this direction with Scream, it'd be really cool to have a movie where you do have the 2 killers thing, but like, and they're working together, but also they kind of hate each other.
A little bit, yeah.
You know?
Or it's like they're putting on an act. Yeah. Okay.
I would say that I was not able to guess the killer correctly, though.
Womp womp. I didn't either.
I would say I think it would be. I think my latest guess would have been Billy and Randy.
Yeah.
And their grim adventures.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's intentional.
Billy and Stu, Billy and Randy, Billy and Mandy. Actually, Billy and Mandy came out way after Scream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like they named Billy and Mandy for a reason.
Yeah,
I got you.
I wonder.
When I first watched it, I did not get the 2 killer thing. The whole time I was just like, it has to be Randy. He's the only one. He's like the least suspicious to me. He knows the most about horror movies, and so I was like, it's for sure Randy. Even with the Ghostface thing, I was like, he probably got somebody to like act for him. I was like, hey, yeah, it'll be funny. No, I didn't get it right. And when it was 2 killers and I was the fresh age of 13 years old, I was like, whoa, what? What you, Polt?
I definitely didn't get it. Like the whole thing with Stu, I mean, there's just not really a way to pick it apart other than like, it's got to be somebody here. Like that's how a movie works. Like they've introduced the killer. You just got to figure out who it is. But like for it to be 2 makes for like it's one of the best reveals. For the simple fact of when you go back and watch it, you're constantly wondering who is it at different scenes. Like I think the only thing I found that specifically one of them said, "This is me," is Skeet saying that when Tatum dies in the garage, that was him. Which
Interesting.
That's actually
makes
pretty
sense.
obvious. Yeah. I did want to point out, speaking of that, I think the opening scene not the opening scene, the scene where Ghostface is trying to kill Sydney in her house and she uses like the door to blockade, and you said it was weird that Skeet was like he was at the window so fast.
Yeah.
Stu, I think that scene was supposed to like absolve him, Billy.
Yeah.
He was like going to surprise visit Sydney again.
Yep.
And Stu was going to try and kill her, and then he was going to save her. So it looked like he was innocent this whole time, but she foiled his plan when she opened the door and blocked Ghostface out.
Yep.
So it like messed up their plan. So he had to quickly try to do anything, but he was definitely the one hiding in the bushes with the phone, calling her.
Yep. My other question that I had from all of this was like, do they have 2 suits and 2 masks, or is there just the one?
I mean, it'd be easy.
And they have to share it. Because if they had
a
2,
common costume.
Yeah.
So probably 2.
Like if they had 2, it would be really neat, because then they could, like, it could have been Billy downstairs at first, and then Stu comes busting in and Chester upstairs, and then like they could switch out at different times throughout it, to where it's like, oh, if you're at the front door in the beginning with like Casey or whatever, and then one of the other ones already dressed up is at the back door, so she really can't get away no matter where she goes.
Yeah, and it seems kind of supernatural for him to kind of like, you know, Michael Myers or Jason. They just appear.
That is a cool way of doing it, is the fact that it's like, you know, taking the idea of like this omnipresent killer that you do see in other slasher movies, and then giving that a practical explanation is really
trying to
cool.
replicate that in real life.
It almost would have been cool to have had a scene where it's like, you know, you see both of them in the costume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or even a scene where it's the real Ghostface like interacting with somebody pretending to be him.
Oh yeah, actually that happens in some
One
of the later movies, I believe.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you know. They make fun of Scream. There's like a movie based on true events in
Stab.
It's called Stab in the movie. So there's a movie in the movies called Stab where they're in like true thing that happened kind of thing to Sydney. So there's all these people wearing the Ghostface masks, and like because those movies are so popular.
Now, are the movies based off of the book that Gail writes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like based off true events, and so there's like multiple sequels. Each new Scream sequel, there's another Stab sequel that's coming out at the same time. Very fun. But my second question is, could you beat a Billy and Stu Ghostface? I'm gonna go first. Hey, I'm the host. Shush! Absolutely, I can beat them too. They're the clumsiest motherfuckers ever, dude. They trip over everything the whole time. Even little Tatum, she was able to like shove him. Whoa,
intimidating.
What the hell? Okay, anyways, Tatum was able to she was able to fight off Billy's Ghostface pretty easily. Freaking Sydney, she fought him off multiple times, so of course, yeah, I can definitely beat him.
I was going to say yes, but then I found out Billy is 6 foot and Stu is 6'4". I'm 6'2".
Holy crap.
Okay.
To take both of them at the same time, like that's a lot of dude.
That's what
Pause.
she said.
If they were separate, here's my issue that I would have. If I'm dealing with both of them separately, say if Billy is attacking me and I realize it's him, I shoot him to death, and then Stu is there, and I'm like, oh man, Ghostface was Billy the whole time. And then I turn around, Stu's gonna stab me dead because I think the killer is now dead. No matter how it plays out with them being 2, I don't think I survive.
Okay.
I think either they're going to fight me at the same time, which is going to cause me to lose, or I'm going to kill one and assume that was it, and then the other will kill me after I let my guard down.
Yeah,
That is fair.
I think here's the biggest thing you got to do is that there's a bunch of moments in the movie where people totally could have taken them and they didn't because it's like, oh, let me kick you off of me, and then while you're down, let me run away. I think in those situations, what you got to do is you got to be ready with the follow-up. You got to be like, I'm getting up, I'm stomping your face in.
Yeah, curb stomp fucking Ghostface. Jesus. Oh my god. I feel like one-on-one, you can take one.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
But like, you get what I mean? Ghostface is like comedically clumsy the whole movie. He's tripping over everything. And it's like to the point where other horror movies kind of replicate it. Have you guys seen It's a Wonderful Knife?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
No.
Adding that to the video ideas, that's a great movie. They kind of, the killer is kind of a Ghostface-esque, and he is the clumsiest. He's even clumsier than Ghostface. He's tripping over everything. He's like the worst killer ever, and he doesn't get many kills because of it, and it's very funny.
Yeah. Taking on two people in a fight, in any case, is going to be really rough.
Okay, my next question is, which iconic line in this movie is your favorite? There's so many. You have to choose.
Do I have to pick one? I have 3.
I mean, which one of the 3 is your most favorite?
I did put this one at number 1, and it's just, what's your favorite scary movie? Like the classic, like the Ghostface, the way that it's said, everything about it's just right. The other 2 I had was kind of, the second one's kind of weird because we all go a little mad sometimes, which is Billy quoting
Psycho.
Another movie. So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's kind of perfect.
the way he says it's kind of nice. But then, of course, the third one is, no, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface.
Yeah.
I want to be in the sequel.
Yeah.
Yep, that's so good. Mine's definitely Surprise, Sydney. I love that. That's a great reveal.
I do love the I was 24 for a whole year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's great.
And the final question, which was your favorite death in the movie? It's got to be Tatum, right?
It's got to be Kenny.
Okay, I should have known he was going to say that.
Kenny the cameraman.
The-
Everything about like the way that plays out, from him just like chilling, eating chips. He's not doing anything at all, to getting out, realizing in the moment the door is open. The killer is closer than what he thinks, and he even turns around to be like, "Oh no!"
Yeah,
there's a 30-second delay, and then the moment he like turns
That
to
part is
run or
great.
do something, and then he's
Yeah.
on top of the van.
definitely the best jump scare in the movie, I think.
Yeah.
For the
Just 30-second delay.
Yep.
And then,
Yeah.
Nope. Everything about Kenny, I was just like, this is good. This is good stuff.
he never returns.
Yeah. I think my favorite is honestly probably Casey because of the thing of that's the death that incorporates the whole phone thing the most, with her mom listening in.
Yeah.
It's also the only one we get to see where they're like strung up. And it's like the probably the goriest death in the movie.
Yep.
That's the one that's the most like actually like uncomfortable to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it does set everything up perfectly and show you that not everybody is safe in these movies.
And it's a lot more drawn out than the others too, where it's like, you know, it feels very
like a classic horror movie.
It feels like somebody getting like beaten down rather than just getting, you know, shanked and then they're just dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this movie. Poor Principal Himbry. He just simple death.
Were there other facts that you wanted to incorporate?
I'm gonna say the KKK one on the thing. There's a few facts that I wrote down. Polt has a whole lot more if he wants to name some off. But the one that I thought was most interesting is they originally had Ghostface wear a white robe, so he looked more like a ghost, like hence his name. But while they were testing things out, they realized that he looked more like a KKK member than a ghost. So they swapped it to a black robe, which honestly works better, like him hiding in the dark and stuff. But all right, Paul, you want to list off one of the?
I'm gonna give you another bad review here.
Oh
Somebody gave it a bad review in October 18th, 1998 on IMDb. They said cheesier, just got one step cheesier. This movie had to be the worst. Maybe I was biased because I like horror movies that are actually mildly interesting. But after a while, I was tired of the spoof of it all. There is not a single original scene in this entire movie. Everything from the death scenes to the motives of the killers was been there, done that. This movie was so tired that I really didn't care if they hacked every single character to death. I was actually hoping that they would finish me off.
Pause.
That's what she said.
I was actually hoping that they'd finish me off before making a sequel. If only they'd gotten Sidney Prescott before the curtain went up.
Once again,
Oh my gosh.
the movie.
Terrible movie. This one is from November 6th from Net Dave. It says, everyone obviously loves this movie. Everyone who has taken the time to write these comments, the critics and my friends. I must say that I'm utterly disappointed. I like Alfred Hitchcock movies such as Vertigo, but this was nothing like that. This is merely a meaningless, pointless slaughter movie. No originality, no interesting characters, and no plot. Just a lot of people killing each other. But as most seem to like it, there's a good chance that you will do so too.
Okay,
but I sure didn't.
I've got a question for you guys really quick. If I may, seeing as I'm not the host this time, but what do you think is today's version of that take of like, well, I like good horror like Alfred Hitchcock, and this stuff sucks. This new stuff sucks. Like, what's today's version of that?
All the time.
Yeah.
It's
kind of weird.
The amount of people that are like, oh, all of the movies that come out in the last 20 years have all been bad. And I'm like, I don't know what movies you're watching. I'm like, what?
People were telling me Sinners is a bad movie.
All kinds of stuff. I'm like, no, you're all wrong.
Yeah. And it's like, no, I saw Sinners 4 times in the theaters because I liked it so much. And it's like, what makes it bad? And most of the time it's their race. So they just don't like black people. But
they say, I wish that Scream had kept the original costume.
Yeah. But most of the time it's just they're being like, I don't know, they're trying to be snobby and like, actually, John Carpenter's Halloween is top tier slasher. But yeah, it's just there's always gonna be people like that. There's like movies were better back in my day. Or
they're not. What bothers me is it has been so long since then that the only movies people know about now are the ones that stood the test of time that are really good. But now you have all of the movies that are coming out year to year that you hear about, and you'll have to give it like 10, 15 years before it's like, oh, these like 10 films from 2020 were really good. All the rest of them can get thrown away. Nobody's going to remember like Night Swim. They'll remember, Sinners and Hereditary and When Evil Lurks and stuff like that.
I feel like Weapons is also going to stand for a pretty long time.
Yeah. Like you've got certain directors now that like Alfred Hitchcock keeps getting brought up, or other director insert Wes Craven.
Wes. Yeah.
Bunch of them.
Poor guy who spent a whole podcast talking about his movie and then forget his name.
Who's that guy again? Yeah. It's like I guess Robert Eggers is probably the best example of like a guy who's making like incredible movies back to back. That a lot of people just don't get it. And they don't like the movies because he's a little out there. He's not afraid to be out there and like try to push his movies to the max.
It's the same thing with Ari Aster, but like then you look at his short films. Have you seen any of those short films? The strange thing about the Johnsons?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Getting that in?
You gotta. That one's rough. Anyway, like take Hereditary, and you're like, oh, I can definitely see how we got here from his short films that he had.
Yeah.
But then you go all the way to like Beau is Afraid, and I'm like, I love this movie. This movie is fantastic. Nobody else seems to like it because they're like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, this is great. All the stuff that's happening here, amazing. He's pressing what movies are, which it always seems like those kind of movies get shot down in the beginning, and then they come out on top 20 years down the road.
Yeah. Kind of like this movie, actually.
Yo, what up? Thanks for joining us for Scream, dude.
I'm feeling woozy, we're gonna end the podcast.
Just constantly bleeding the whole time.
That would have been so funny if like blood just starts slowly dripping at like one point in the podcast.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Roll it back.
Let's just go back a couple hours and we'll just re-record stuff.
Thank you for joining us on the Let's Split Up podcast for my favorite horror movie of all time, Scream. I hope you enjoyed and at least agreed with some of our terrible takes. All right.
Terrible.
If you
I feel
if
like
you don't, if you want to split up, then let us know what your plan to survive Scream would be in the comments.
Yeah, perfect. Also, let us know what horror movies you're interested in seeing in the comments below as well. I have been Kingnusmi. This has been Crowmudgeon and Poltergibbst. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you all, and peace. I just threw
This
my
is a
own outro.
podcast.
I'm sorry, I threw my own outro. I don't know how to end podcasts.
No.